Chathany, it's me. We're here again. With Slop. This is what you wanted. I don't know why it's always what you want, but it's what you want again. Huh. Whew. Ugh. How are you doing? I had a milkshake. That was nice. That was pleasant. Oh, delicious. Delicious zero sugar cherry Pepsi. Ugh. Everything a man could need in this life. Had to get an MRI a while back. Too much Pepsi? Such a sign of weakness. Got jabbed like 7 times to get an IV going. Nurses are really bad at their job. Oh. How is the day finding you, Chathany? I chose to have a milkshake instead of dinner. So all in all, my intake today, since I woke up at like, I don't know, noon, 1, something like that. Chat, after stream last night and after I finished editing another match together for the next MCW episode, I decided to take a couple sleeping pills and I was just out. I got woken up by the dog once at like 9 in the morning, and then I went back to sleep and I got up at like 12 or 1 or something. So I've had a bag of chips, a sandwich, some candy, and a milkshake. Beef stir fry. You know, I've only had stir fry once in my life. And I was berated for only getting meat. Anything going on, Chathany? Anything happening out in the world? Anything strange happening? Anything psychotic going on my planet? Dinner of Champions. I thought Dinner of Champions was pie and beer. Huh. Never had authentic pie before. What do you mean you've never had authentic pie before? When you say that, what do you mean? What are you telling me right now? You need to be specific when you tell me something like that. What in the fuck do you mean you've never had pie before? Explain! Answer the question. The ones you bake in the oven, not the small ones in boxes. You've only ever eaten a store-bought pie before is what you're telling me right now. These are the words that are coming out of your mouth right now. Surrounded by savages. Chat, it's 60 degrees today. I think we need to kill the sun. We need to get rid of it. It's not doing anything for us. We can get rid of it. We can live without it. So this is what life has become for me, huh? Chad, it's a slop day again. It's been a month since the last slop. So now you're getting more slop. Because you keep asking for more slop. So I hope you're prepared for the sloppening. I don't know if I am, to be honest. Reading up in the Deltarune community is that they're calling Toby a racist. Yes, Toby Fox, like an intelligent human being, believes that he should only be the one to translate his own work because he understands that localizers are full of shit. So everyone is calling him a racist because he doesn't know Spanish, therefore the game has no Spanish port. Despite the fact everyone on the fucking planet speaks English. Include the final Zelda CDI YouTube poop. It always has to be something, doesn't it? It always has to be something. The reason the port, the Japanese translation of Undertale and Deltarune is, like, not dog shit is because Toby Fox is fluent in Japanese. Chat, in 1998, when Metal Gear Solid released, Kojima fired the translator because he fucked everything up. Ugh. Trying their best to make user Toby Fox look cool and it isn't working. Snack, I don't know about you, but childhood friend rape is pretty based. Ah! Snack, is it still cucking if I'm using the person's body to fuck the girl they like? Ah! Man. Better track and localization. That's why he said fan translations are fine. He said fan translations are perfectly fine, feel free. Weird route, canon route. I'm just going to assume that... You know when Chapter 1 is released and he said there's only going to be one ending? I assume that's true and you will have to do both routes to see the ending. Easter tomorrow? He will rise. The day is upon us. Or I get to post the live chat reaction to Christ's resurrection image. Good image. Also, Limes apparently hit the like button on something Alexi posted. So that's nice. Midnight shift on Easter? I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Pretty sure. The holy boner. Yes! Ugh. Ugh. It's too hot. I hate it. It's garbage. Chad, I don't like spring or summer. I need it to be like below 40 degrees every single day of the year. That's all I need. It's the way it should be, man. I can't stand it. I hate it. Ugh. Oh. Chat, do you have any plans for Easter? Because I don't. At all. I will not even have one chocolate rabbit. Ugh. Dad wants to make corned beef. Corned beef is your dad's go-to. I'm going to assume your dad is the white one and your mom is the Asian one. I'm going to make that broad assumption right now and stereotype your family. It's snowing over here. God, I wish that was me. It snowed all of one day this past winter, man, here. One day, and it didn't stick. Good chance with Alexi on April 1st. Dude, that wouldn't have flown. Deltarune needs the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 ending. Yes. Who would be the third chick in that? Would that be Task Manager? I guess. Huh. Iconic Korean meal, corned beef and cabbage. Susie and Noelle Preggers. Please, I can only be so erect. Huh. That fandom is getting worse and worse as the days go on, to the point where now they're going to try and do that thing they did to Omocat. You know, at the very least, unlike Omocat, Tobias has yet to apologize for making anything controversial. So he's got that going for him, at least. I still know, like, nothing about Omori at all, other than some of those chicks have gotten some very nice drawings that I've seen over the years. What happened now? It's nothing new. It was like, I don't know, 2 years ago, Omocat apologized for making Shotokan stuff. Despite the fact that game is apparently filled with that. And the fandom for that game just ignores it, I guess. Fandom of ethical consumption. Ugh. Ugh. My spine. God, it's too fucking hot. Terrible. 58 degrees. Fuck off. Be cloudy, damn it. Sorry, 56 degrees. It didn't update in real time. All right. Fine. The time has come. Liking this PC upgrade to finally have a terabyte of storage instead of 250. Like fresh storage? I'm on 615 gigs of 1.81 terabytes on my local disk. The first external drive only has 56.5 gigs of 4.54 terabytes. The second external drive is on 3.98 terabytes of 5.45. I'm always gonna need more, man. I'm always gonna need more. It's gonna keep happening. Huh. You know, it's been a while since any of you gave me shit for taking up 5 terabytes worth of storage on an external drive. Surprised it doesn't happen more often. Make a NAS storage system someday. But no, I never will. It would be convenient, wouldn't it? It turns out saving every single stream you've ever done over the course of 5 years takes a good amount of storage space. That's a lot. That's a good amount, it is. Okay. Right. I guess we're fine to get into it. So just let me make sure that everything's on the up and up. Seems to be. Window capture! Oh boy. Found good new AI thing? How good are we talking? Haven't tried images with it yet? Let me know how it goes. Alright, chat, let the slop begin. First, From Red Letter Media. Red Letter Media Chaos. Finally.
Do you guys say you need a pen or some sort? Yeah.
Actually, a bottle opener.
It's happening.
Yeah. I'll get both. I'll be right back.
Hey.
Yeah! He doesn't know how to drive.
Save the drinks. Look, I'm very sorry.
Destroy the table. Rich Evans slaves over a saw blade all day and night to make this set. Destroy it. Rich uses the force to save the camera.
He's a clean slate. His mind is a clean slate. He's been uncorrupted by politics, as he says in the film. I don't care about politics.
Don't cock tease me. Knock it over, Stoklaza.
One on the plane, but we'll get it.
Yeah!
You just spilled
We're just
beer.
spilling beer all over our
Over your breakfast gremlins.
movie prop.
You did this, Mike.
Sorry, Rick Baker.
This is your legacy.
Oh, Mike, you're such a good steward.
That's a movie prop, Mike.
Valuable piece of history.
That was in the movie, Mike.
It's coming out the alcohol.
You've killed him. Sem sane size is that gremlin? Yes.
Oh,
Needs a booster seat.
Okay, he's okay.
Fine.
no. Oh,
Fell.
no.
He just fell.
Yeah, he fell.
It was your idea to put a beer in his hand.
It absolutely was not my idea to put a beer in his hand. I want to make that clear. I did not destroy one of America's treasures.
He'll be all right. He's not gonna drink a beer anymore. He's just gonna chill.
He's going to fall over.
You had him perfectly balanced, and now he's not balanced.
Horrible. Back to Clash in the College. We got.
Whatever you do, don't forward.
He owns the
video
slide
to
from
Dante.
Citizen Kane. Someone has to.
Baker, can you fix this?
Can you just make us a brand new one?
Email us on our web zone if you can send us a new gremlin, Rick Baker.
Wasn't the first time beer was poured on that prop, and it won't be the last either.
It's Tales from Genesis Space. Let's go.
Just rip it right off of there.
Woo! Fuck yeah! Oh, fuck! Jack, oh no!
Rich Evans took 3 hours to put that together.
No regrets!
That's non-bagel.
Oh no! Oh no! No! Also, I have
Horrible dickheads! You horrible dickheads!
Oh no! Oh my God!
Yeah, broken glass in the carpet.
No!
Fuck you!
No! Rich! Jesus!
No!
Oh, that's the leg.
Rich is more gracefully bald than James ever could be. Not all men can wear it proudly. Rich only drinks diet sodas and does this.
No!
No! Wait, my beer!
It's all coming apart.
What the fuck? That's just the end. What happened to the woman? What happened to the man?
This is how Manila does a rampage. Put him in the costume. It's time. Yeah, there you go.
Ow! No.
Fuck those jack-o'-lanterns. He killed Mike.
Pumpkin's knocking over.
Ooh! Ooh! The horror has happened!
I think Mike's really hurt.
Oh!
Oh God! Can you call an ambulance?
He landed on his keys.
Ow! Help me, Jesus!
You want to bet Mike wasn't playing that bit up at all? I'd say 3-1.
She wouldn't even help me out. Maybe a name for like a Tinder for pedophiles. Kinder.
Yeah!
Swiping a little bit.
Right there!
Kinder. That's fucking funny.
fucking.
Hello, Dolly. How are you? Starring Casper Van Dien.
Hey.
I hear he's not very funny.
Oh yeah. Oh, friendly ghost.
The comedy mildlings of Mike Stoklasa.
Yeah, what was that you were saying earlier about your comedy sensibilities? Dolly.
It's happening! The ghost!
Oh no!
That was
Hey.
okay.
I did it!
Destroy his hard work again! Such a good friend! Yeah! Copy of Nuki in existence sends it back to Red Letter Media.
Fuck.
It's gone! This is beyond fixing! What the fuck did you do?
We can fix it, Rich. It's a...
Rich coming in like the Rancor owner.
Yes! Yes! What the fuck is he doing? He's... Jay is pouring shots of Maker's Mark?
Yeah, I'm pouring shots thinking about having to edit this.
Jay, last time
All
we
I'm
did...
doing is making it worse for myself.
Okay, Jack.
Well, we didn't conclude our discussion of carnivore.
it's
We
done.
just stopped.
Necessary to keep the showbiz pichotas away from Dick the birthday boy.
You didn't cheers your glass.
You have hay in
You
yours.
didn't cheers my glass either.
Wait, you have a piece of hay in yours.
Don't you know how this works?
No.
How you cheer things?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, that's a good sign.
This was a bad idea.
Oh shit!
Bad idea.
You remember when you murdered cats?
You remember?
Night, sweet cats.
Who brought the fucking shot glasses?
We thought it'd be funny. It turns
My ex
out
told
that's
me a story
terrible
once of him
idea.
being like a young child and his dad making him do that because they
You get a
couldn't
lot of cats,
euthanize them
sometimes the
properly.
cat's gotta go down.
And they had like horrible
doing this to
diseases.
me?
Good night, sweet
All
cat.
you're doing is making this harder and harder.
What a strange thing to bring up.
When Jay dies and he reaches the pearly gates, there's thousands and thousands of cats.
Cats don't have souls. That's not
Yes,
a
they
problem.
do, and they have worms coming out of their ears.
That's
And
dogs, and they don't.
Welcome, Jay.
I've never killed a cat.
Rich has diabetes, he can't have alcohol. That's cowards talk.
Do you want to switch places?
Here, come on.
That's the word. Like it doesn't make sense for. We're done. Oh. Okay. Keep going. No. Keep talking. Keep talking. Jack.
One of these days, Mike Stoklasa is gonna like hit the hardest spear you've ever seen in your life on someone. Hey, Mike.
Brought to you by alcohol.
Do it
What
clean.
the fuck is happening?
Do it clean.
Why is Rich freaking out?
He's not.
I'm gonna take a walk.
Yeah, it's a good idea, man.
Rich has rightfully given up. This is gone.
It's a good time to tap out, isn't it?
This is gone.
Whoa.
Jack, I'll see you in a few days when we redo this.
Okay, continue.
All right.
We need an actual transition.
No,
if
it has to
He's
just cut
dying.
to someone else being here.
Is Mike just gonna lay down and?
He's on the ground, he's dying. He has alcohol poisoning and you're laughing. Rare shaven Rich
Plymouth
Evans.
International Ice Spectacular.
All right, I'll meet you. I'll meet you over there.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't run away!
He's running.
Oh, get back here!
Come on, Rich, go! Run! Run!
You fuckers! You fuckers!
This is gonna be an amazing bit in like a year and a half.
I got your car keys! I've got your car keys, you fuck!
Why do you have his car key? What does Mike taste like? I would imagine
You can escape from me!
something on like rough equivalency of very greased bacon.
Where do you think you're going?
Okay, Jay, we're done with this pen. Could you take this pen back?
Jake, yeah, can you grab it?
Yeah, yeah. Could you?
Take the pen, Jay. When Mike finally snaps for real. If only there were signs.
back up. Put this back up. Take the pen back and yeah.
No, you gotta flip it on the other side.
Oh yeah, no, you
Yeah, flip it over.
There you go.
There we go.
Everything makes sense now. Destroy it. Shatter it.
And more coke, it's on the second.
You're killing them. I'm glad Culkin is doing good these days. There was a hot while there where he was really not doing good, and now he's the best he's ever been. And I'm glad he's happy. Ugh. Could have been a much worse timeline for the man.
You to take that glass before and yeah, would you?
Wait, and you just give me a refill on that.
Oh, you want a refill on this? Okay.
Rich is dead. He's being crushed to death. Red Letter Media is still very funny, you know that? That was very well made. Next! I'm still not over Kinder. Xander Hassan, I will make hat out of you, bunny. Didn't they just re-release the first Poker Night? They did, right?
I have to bear my hideous and unnaturally serrated teeth.
I will make hat from you, little bunny.
It happened. Huh. You know, I wouldn't mind streaming Poker Night at some point. It's just I'm fucking terrible at poker. And I always have been. Next! Internet historian, the failure of DashCon, the world's first Tumblr convention. That's how you know it's a real sign of quality.
In March of 2013, a group of Tumblr users come up with a brilliant
Dad gets
idea.
so mad he leaves.
DashCon, a convention specifically for and by
He was so
Tumblr
real.
users. This is their story. DashCon, hosted at the Renaissance Marriott in Chicago. Only
Is it the place they had the piss ball pit? I believe so, yes.
Epic panel lineup. Welcome to Night Vale reading. LGBTQIP2SAA+. Massive ball pit.
You may as well just
Steam-powered
include the
giraffe
entire
live
fucking
show.
alphabet in your made-up
The Baker
bullshit at this
Street
point, man.
Babes. And friendly memes? You bet. Expect 5,000
DashCon was over a decade
people
ago,
will see
Ori.
you
Don't
there.
tell me that.
Whoosh.
Don't do that to me.
Here comes Friday. A fat serving of
I can't wait to get a claim
About
over
500
this.
people show up at 9 a.m.
Did you just-
but nothing
were
is
you wearing like a
scheduled
paper
until
cutout of
1
Misha
p.m.
Collins'
You just wait
face? Is
around
that
for
what
the
that
next
was?
4 hours.
So at what point did you decide that this is what you wanted to do with your life?
I didn't, it just kind of happened.
The thug life chose you?
Turns out steam-powered giraffe cancelled months ago. Sorry. If you bought special tickets, no refunds though. Lol. Check out the games room. 1 TV, 1 console.
Saw
Perfect
born
for
in
up to
2007 and
7,000
had the
people.
realization
Here's
that means
ball pit
18
you're
and
looking
19 years
forward
old.
to.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Free Palestine!
Overall, it's a pretty fucking slow day.
Okay, so you're dressed up as the Batman movie shooter. What made you choose this costume? What made you decide to dress up as the Prime Minister of Israel to this convention?
You say dress for the job you want.
Then by 9 p.m., disaster strikes. The bill for the venue hasn't even been paid. The hotel wants it immediately or the doors will be shut and the convention is over.
Didn't they just start begging during a panel?
We currently have a donation button on our website, and any little bit of help.
Right, that happened. I remember that shit. Give us money since you're here now. You know, I believe in hindsight the Hunger Games franchise did irreparable damage to the human race.
But they raise the money, and the con continues. Saturday, artists and stallholders who paid $150 each for their tables aren't selling anything because their customers just donated all of their cash.
Yeah,
Tumblr's
about
turned
that.
on the convention
Maybe not the
completely.
smartest play.
The destruction of this
convention
is dedicated to all of the women whose
bank account
have been ruined and ruled by it. I'm tired of you stealing my
money.
I'm tired of you making me
donate to PayPal.
They call DashCon a scam and try to have certain events shut down.
Well,
Mark
yeah.
Stuff, a gay Hispanic panelist.
Hi, I'm Mark.
is sent death threats because they think he's a straight white male who's misappropriating the gay for profit.
This sounds like something Tumblrites would do, yes.
100. Tumblr sends tweets to Del Toro to get them in trouble. The Dr. Horrible sing-along blog sing-along is cancelled due to copyright concerns. Then, the main event. As long as we get to see a live reading from Welcome to Night Vale, it'll all be okay.
We're here for the live reading of Welcome to the Night Vale. It is 12:50 right now, and they're still not here.
Okay, so basically, Night Vale just walked.
What?
We're all gonna sign together, okay? So 1.
Oh yeah, this will go well.
While
That
everyone
guy's
is
smart.
still sitting in that room waiting for the show to start, they changed the rules on the website so that there are no refunds. But
That's
don't worry, there's a
very
silver
illegal.
lining. Everyone who paid extra to see Welcome to Night Vale is entitled to a free extra hour in the ball pit.
This is what your $17,000 went to.
And with that, a meme is born.
I don't think they ready for this one. Jump in the pit.
Did these people ever pay for this? Were they ever made to suffer for all of this shit? I mean, like, real, actual consequences for all of this? I feel very strongly they should.
By the early afternoon, the vendors pack up.
The ball pit wasn't planned, someone just brought it there.
Q&A, where they gave us too small of a table and not enough chairs. So pansexual, polysexual, omnisexual, fluid.
Because again,
None
they
of
don't
those
have the
things are
cash.
real.
They're giving out free hotel mints as prizes. The teenage unpaid helpers, who are promised free meals, aren't given anything and go hungry. There's a full-on organizer meltdown. And Tumblr finds out that
Feel
the main
bad
artwork
for
most
me,
of the
I
convention
stole
is
your
in fact
money!
Stolen copyright material. By the evening, the unthinkable happens. The ball pit starts to deflate. And someone pisses in it.
There it is!
Sunday. The ball pit is taken away. Also, Tumblr finds out that Random Acts, a charity that DashCon claims to be partnered with, isn't in fact partnered at all.
Which is
means, by the way,
also
that
very
it's
illegal?
money. The organizers host an official apology.
That's so far just straight up 2 different, very serious crimes you've committed. Zero legal action over this. You know, I feel like if enough people that went to this just decided, fuck these people, you could have filed class action at that
Here's
point.
a quick summary of that.
So they're like,
Don't remember if we saw the furry one of this? What, Rainforest? He does have a Rainforest video.
I blame somebody, otherwise it's all my fault.
Yeah, that's usually how that goes,
And
Chloe,
everything's
thank you.
closed by 1 p.m. Since DashCon, there have been many rumors online that the whole thing was an out-and-out scam. So I did some detective work to see whether it was true. I think what I found
I
proves that
really
even if
wish
the
I could
staff
stream
didn't
LA
set out
Noir,
to
man.
scam
I
you,
really wish
they
I
did
could.
opportunistically steal and lie. Prepare for some high-quality autism. DashCon had written...
Chat, how did the Hololive girls that have streamed LA Noir get away with, like, the homicide desk?
So, they had a balance of $20,000 still remaining. They told the hotel that 5 to 7
Even Hololive is streaming it? How are they getting away with showing the things that happen in the homicide desk?
Verbally, but not in writing. On the first day, the hotel sees at most
There is a
1,000
lot
people.
of
They
naked
know
dead
that
bodies at the
DashCon
homicide
sells
desk, man.
So they enforce immediate payment as per their written contract. DashCon does not have the funds. And here's where it gets interesting.
Put something
DashCon
over the
claims
screen
they
like a
only have
sensor?
$3,000 in cash.
You want me to put a
So
sensor
90%
on the
DashCon
entire
staff
screen
everyone
for
into
like a
one
full
room to
10
feed
minutes
the
every time I need to look at a body and know in advance that it's going to be there?
Let's do a head count. 33, 129, 120, maybe another 33 here in case there are people on the margin, and we'll add 10% to be generous. It's unlikely that there are more than 350 people in this room. Now we know they
YouTube Automod keeps eating my messages. I fucking hate YouTube's Automod.
$17,000.
Really?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Did you do it?
We did it in under an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
They receive donations by PayPal and cash, but only a small fraction in cash. Let's be generous and say 1/10 of the room.
Thank
at
you,
most.
YouTube, for letting me know I
See
signed
people
into my own
donating
account.
Footage, and it's probably much less. So even if each cash donor is giving $20, which again, generous.
Check if
that's
there's a
only
mod for it.
$700 total. Therefore,
That'd have to
the
be
other
really fucking
16,000
specific, man.
or so is in electronic payments. Now let's look at this leaked list of transactions. Hold on. They made most of their payment in cash, almost $12,000. But they only
Suspicious,
just got
isn't it?
$700 from the donors and they only had $3,000 in cash. So where did the rest of it come from? It's door sales revenue, not donations. Meaning they lied about only having $3,000 in the first place. They actually had at least $10,000. Now, here are the transactions that come from the PayPal MasterCard. Let's take that from the total owed, and what we get is the following. In a best case scenario, of the donated $17,000, at most, they spent less than $7,000 keeping the place open, they spent over $2,000 on themselves and their own accommodation, and the remaining $9,000 or so, they pocketed. Also, their
That is
lives.
correct, yes.
Because I was on stage for an hour in front of 5,000 people in a room.
Is there 5,000 people here?
Riot.
People being pissed off is not what a riot is, man. Didn't this guy rip off somebody else's video? No, you're thinking of, what the fuck is that? H-Bomber guy.
Yeah, okay, back to my post.
But there's one last thing I want to touch on. As part of the merchandising...
And label the stream on Homicide Desk, use sexual themes labeled to tag.
listed. And it's possible that a copy exists out there somewhere, and I need
It was the
to find
cave vid?
So I want to put a $100 bounty out for anyone who might have a copy.
He didn't say, by the way, I read a guy's book on this subject before making this video. So he had to re-upload it and say, by the way, I read this guy's book before I made this video. Because apparently that's something worth complaining about. When you make like an hour-and-a-half long animation detailing the entire intrinsic details of the thing that happened. Apparently that's not transformative enough. It was an article and the writer was cool with it. A lot of complaints levied against the man for something if the writer was cool with it. Anyway, Internet Historian's cool. Good video. Next! Oh, God. Hans TNO, Uma Musume. How to protect yourself against an Uma Musume in Heat, trainer's annual spring meeting. Please, God. A man has such needs. Yes. Yes, it is. Leave gold ship to me. Yes. It's them that's gonna need protecting from me, I'll have you know. Are you stupid? They'll take what they can get. The hell is this? A video about banging horses? If you see a horse girl doing the horse girl thing and just staring at you, you know it's time. Legacy of Mr. Hands. You know, I've never played Cyberpunk. The only thing I remember about Cyberpunk from, like, the time I saw two people I knew play it is there's a side quest where you do some, like, dirt for a guy named Mr. Hands. It's the first thing I thought of both times. Lamia villages, kidnapping men to breed the whole village. I am not in danger, I am the danger. So fucking real. I will sire an entire generation. If you need to assert dominance with the Uma girls, you need to let them catch up to you. and then immediately catch them with a power slam and then lock in the sharpshooter. With his parents. Yes, that's true. You think Umaverse Genghis Khan bred all of his Umas? Yes. Very different historical proceedings happening, considering the Mongols were known for, like, horseback archery. Very different context. This is a parody of the usual analog horror bit. It's working. Kazuna, record this shit. It's gonna be great. Yeah, it turns out humans are much better at fucking than they are. The internet was a mistake. No, allowing the third world to have access to the internet was a mistake. That includes Canada. Ah, very informative. Powerful, even. 2 snacks! Sorry, too many snacks. This is alt account. Ah, this'll go well.
Have you guys found scissors? Oh, I know where it is. Hey, Shiori, would you like to know where the scissors are?
Where is it before I squeeze these hunkers? Where is this thing? Where are they? I'm ready to get grabbing, girl.
How about you bark like a chicken for me? Oh, Shiori novella.
Yes. They're gonna pop? Chad, is a titty hold a thing in wrestling? I feel like that's a thing that does exist somewhere. Just squeeze the fuck out of them.
Ew, gosh, she's gay.
This man used to make, like, pony animations with 2 best friends play.
Stop!
Fairly certain that is a thing. Understandable. Ah. Very well done. Ominous biscuits. Mike Stoklaza just can't let it go. Red Letter Media.
Look at me. Ba ba ba.
It's him.
Look at me. Ba ba ba. What?
It's happening.
Ba ba ba. What? Look at me. Ba ba ba. What?
It's me. Ah.
A flashback.
Hey. Look at me. Bop, bop, bop. What? That's pretty good. That was good, right? What?
I guess it's hard to judge an impression of yourself.
Ah.
Rich, what do you think?
Spot on.
Look at me. Ba ba ba.
All is as it should be. Is Mike getting fatter? Yes. Play a Flash game that you wish had a better version of it on Steam or some gaming website to buy. Yes, actually.
Ba ba ba. Look at me. Ba ba ba. What? What?
He's eating the Red Letter Media interns. That is correct.
Look at me. Ba ba ba. What? Ba ba ba.
That's pretty good. That was good, right? What?
I guess it's hard to judge an impression of yourself.
Ah.
Rich, what do you think?
Spot on.
The time has come. He's starting to remember.
Look at me. Ba ba ba. Look at me. Ba ba ba. What? Ba ba ba. What?
If this was extended to 90 minutes, it would be one of Jay's favorite movies. So fucking real.
Reg-related suffocate.
This is the prologue for the Zomboid playthrough. Funny. From Oscar H. Vinesauce Joel laughs at a meatball for 40 seconds.
Okay.
All right, yo, Bill. Is that an oversized meatball, or is the camera just really close? I can't tell. I have meatballs in the freezer right now. Is that on top of like a bagel? Is that what that is?
Look at it.
Very well cooked. Nice. Got the right texture.
Yes.
Now we're talking. The mind of a Swede can never be understood. From Game Compare Central, Far Cry 2 all healing animations. Dude, I used to pop off every time I had to see one of these back in the day. I don't care for Far Cry 2 as a whole. There are some parts of it that are like generational quality. Oh yeah, just pop some pills for your malaria that pisses you off every time it comes up. Not annoying at all. You don't have any malaria drugs. Time to die of malaria. What a good and not remotely annoying mechanic. I'm on fucking fire. Just pat yourself down, it'll be... There we go! God, it's so good. Yeah, that's how that works. Just bent backwards, there we are. Snap it back. Everything's fine. Reset it. Good as new. Yeah, there you go. Just bent a little bit to the side. There you go. Dante Martin was a pussy. Snap back to reality. Just bite the bullet out. That's the sickest shit. Cauterize it. There you go. Yes, dig right in there. To the other side. Patch it up. There you go, no problem. Just a gaping hole in your arm. Dig that shit out of your kneecap, it's fine. Just right out of there. Just dig it on out. Nothing, no, that won't cause trauma of any kind, it's fine. Ugh. Just right in the thigh. There you go. Right in the wrist artery. It'll be fine. No long-term damage. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't like about Far Cry 5 is they got rid of this kind of stuff. I really liked Far Cry 5 up until the ending, and it just pissed me off beyond all comprehension. Oh yeah, just get that little piece of rebar right out of there. There you go. Got some shrapnel stuck in the side of your hand. You just rip that right out. You know, just take out one of your busted teeth. No big deal. Got a big stick lodged in your leg. Just rip it out. There you go. Full twig growing right out of your arm. It's fine. No issues. Just sticking straight out of your kidney. Just rip it out. I feel fine. Let me just carry you like 5 feet and then you'll be good as new. Ready to start killing men again.
I'll do my best to cover you. Say look, there's a sniper out there.
Thanks, broski. Far Cry 2 is a particularly bizarre game because instead of having like a regular like protagonist, they just let you choose from a roster of characters at the beginning of the game, and then all the other characters are just generally around somewhere. This leads to a scenario in which you have no attachment whatsoever to your own character, because it is neither a real character nor a created character. It's just a little bit of morphine, don't worry about it. You saying do it.
Bastard morphine.
And then Far Cry 3 came out, and the franchise was ever changed. Mostly for the worst, if I'm being honest. I miss Jack Carver. Anyway. Next! Godzilla vs. the Griffin 3D animation by Studio Resurgence. Cue the complaint. Just give it a second, it'll come. Yeah, you could have gotten this instead of the '98 movie. And instead they decided, no, we need Matthew Broderick. First Far Cry remade with the gameplay and mapping of 5. I'll be honest, if you just bring back freak mutant shit from the first game for, like, any modern Far Cry and just hire an actual writer, I feel like that would be a step in the right direction for the franchise. We needed Worm Guy. We needed most of the cast of The Simpsons for some reason. Does no one own the copyright on this fucking monster, by the way, since the movie never existed? Is anyone free to use the Griffin for, like, anything in a major motion picture? If you saw Godzilla outside of your home? It depends. Either I get cancer immediately, or I pop off harder than I've ever popped off before. Might be in some Toho vault. Blasting me in particular, like the guy in Versus King Ghidorah. That was very specific spite, wasn't it? I still like my stupid idea of piloting the Mechanicong and tearing into Space Godzilla and detonating the thermonuclear reactor. You're going up to space, big man. I feel like that would create a much larger shockwave than it does. What wasted potential this thing had. He's got him in the ankle lock! They're doing this to me next week. Nice clean neck snap. Very poor choice on your part, I'll be honest. Would the Avengers be fucked if Godzilla showed up at the first Avengers movie? Are you aware of what's happening in Marvel Comics currently? Huh. That was very well done. I like that. That was short and to the point. Ah. Man, that Godzilla Hulk episode is like the most poorly aged thing ever, isn't it? Just put out the episode, say Banner be able to figure out right away. It'll be fine, it'll take a few tries, but fuck it. Comic comes out, Hulk is a screaming, crying mess that refuses to take another shot at him. Ah. That was nice. You get one Leica. Next! From Asatoshi Second, Watch Your Head, Blender, Vroid Studio. Are you not allowed to headbutt someone in a mixed martial arts fight? Fight choreography is a difficult thing to master. That was quite nice. Next! From Ahoy! The Tommy gun. Tommy gun. Tommy gun.
Everybody loves a good story. Whether it's tales of
needed to be saved by Naborn.
Or villainous drama, downfall, and redemption. Ready? We'll get comfy.
Always gotta like a ref that can straight up manhandle the combatants. There's a reason I have it come up in MCW.
A classic SMG, evocative of an entire era. Favorite of both gangster and GI alike. So, who exactly was the Thompson designed for? Why was it co-opted by a rather nefarious lot?
I always just assumed it was because they had such a surplus of them after the war. Unable to headbutt or knee a grounded user.
By great invention and by war.
What if you are the grounded user? Are you allowed to headbutt him to get him off of you?
In the case of the First World War, brought a stalemate unlike
is the one from The Mask? It's pretty up there, man.
John Tolliver Thompson, officer of the US Army and small arms specialist, recognized the need for a new type of weapon. Earlier emplaced automatic weapons such as the Gatling gun and Maxim machine gun had already proven their worth as a force multiplier.
No fun allowed.
And Thompson envisioned a scaled-down version. A one-man trench broom. Capable
they don't want people ending up like Benoit.
Codenamed the Annihilator. Its
that's about right.
Was man-portable automatic fire, feeding from either a 20-round box magazine or a 50-round drum.
Was the Tommy gun the first weapon that ever had a drum magazine?
Patent called the Blishlock, a mechanically simple action that relies on friction rather than any more complex means of siphoning cartridge power.
Because I'm trying to think.
This
surely
limit the weapon to lower pressure ammunition.
Because LMG's always had a
in
box
fact,
magazine, and then a belt feeder through that,
was
right?
That used in the M1911 handgun, 45 ACP. Still, 45 caliber is far from anemic, especially not when served up at 700 rounds per minute.
Yeah?
If Colt was the equalizer, Thompson would tilt the odds. Unfortunately, his design was finalized just as the war
Drum
came
mag
to a
worked like
close.
shit. I can imagine.
His plan to profit from European conflict, foiled by armistice.
Grounded kicks and knees rules was exploited by so-called legend John Jones. His stance technically had 3 limbs on the mat and was considered grounded. One of them, is it?
Thompson called it a submachine gun. It was the first weapon to bear such a moniker, but it wasn't the first that fit the definition. There were numerous attempts at a handheld automatic weapon during World War I, with the most successful being the Bergmann MP-18.
Bergmann's another pretty nice one.
By German troops, but it came too late to make an appreciable difference. And so this new class
thief
of
machine
weapon
gun. You're not
remained
wrong.
unproven, at least for now. The 1920s were a particularly dynamic decade. An economic and cultural boom.
Life was better.
Jazz, flappers, and Art Deco. Let the good times roll. Spirits were dampened slightly by prohibition, but in the name of free enterprise, plenty of rum runners stepped up to fill America's glass.
Someone has to.
With no trenches left to clear, the Thompson was marketed as an anti-bandit gun, an escalation of power over typical police weapons, and a sure deterrent against organized crime. The trouble was, nothing stopped the gangsters from getting their own. America
You can just walk
had an
into
odd
place and
sort
get
of
'em.
liberty. You couldn't legally buy a drink, but an automatic weapon? No
Goddamn
problem.
right.
And so, far from being associated with justice, the Thompson became a weapon of terror.
Somehow not shocked by a certain
50
detail
rounds on
about it.
tap,
You know the one. I
and
can.
small
Yeah,
enough to be
that sounds about
concealed
right.
in a violin case. It was a favored tool of the mafia, at least for those who could afford it.
I can't believe
one
that
came
joke
to be
is the
associated
last
with
one from
criminals
Smiling
like
Friends
Al
before they
Capone
canceled
and John
the show.
Dillinger. The distant chatter of its fire earned it a new nickname: the Chicago typewriter.
Oh, it was so
And its
good.
daily report file frequent feature in the news, most famously in the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Why the fuck
7
did the
killed
RE4
and a
remake
herald of 70 shots.
change the name on it
Truly,
to
it was the gun
sweeper?
that made the 20s
Still not
roar.
over that. Got 2 more episodes
Such
this
tales
month,
of crime
and then it's
made it to
gone.
the cinema, and no gangster film was complete without a shootout. The Thompson with drum magazine fast became an essential fixture, with its recognizable profile and stubby length, a perfect fit for a cinematic frame. Wielded by cigar-chomping anti-heroes, the Thompson's appearances on screen were far more glamorous than the gruesome trail of bodies it left in the morgue. The feel-good decade had come to a close, and the Great Depression lay ahead.
Oh, here it
Prohibition
comes.
ended in 1933.
Wait a
After
minute,
all,
Scarface.
it was a largely
Yes, the
ineffective
movie you're
measure,
thinking of is a
and
remake.
moralists had bigger fish
It's
to
more
fry.
likely to happen than you think with things that you like.
A year later, the National Firearms Act passed, making it more difficult for criminals to get their hands on weapons like the Thompson. It imposed heavy taxes on their purchase, doubling the already expensive price, and helped pave the way for future gun control. Also enforced from the same year, the Motion Picture Production Code laid out self-regulating guidelines for Hollywood.
You know
No
the Ten
longer would
Commandments
crime be
is a remake?
romanticized, nor would violent shootings be standard fare.
Are loosely based on the same person.
action-packed
Yeah.
gangster films of the 1930s were snuffed out. This code would endure until the late 60s, with the more liberal attitude of the era encouraging a new wave of American cinema, including a revival of crime films, such as Bonnie and Clyde, and the particularly influential The Godfather.
Old lady helped lead to Prohibition. Mafia
The
power grew
Godfather's
massively
success
from selling
spawned 2
alcohol.
sequels, and similar films such as Scarface and Goodfellas. And all of these together provide a key source of inspiration for the rise of crime.
Failed drug tests, the hit and run on a pregnant woman, the domestic violence case, the 3 DUIs. Really stand-up guy, huh?
Heroes once more.
Jesus
and their
Christ.
tools of the trade back in action.
You know, I've only ever played Mafia 2.
For those
Never played
stories
1 or
set in the
3.
authentic era,
Or 4
the
now, I
Thompson's
guess.
automatic fire and drum magazine remain an essential feature. The Thompson has an indelible cultural link with early 20th century crime.
God, I wish
Any
Bioshock
movie,
Infinite
any
wasn't
television
shit.
show, any game, where there are gangsters, the Thompson isn't far behind. However, to tell tales of the Thompson in crime, is to only tell half the story. After the roaring 20s and slightly more somber 30s, the Thompson was to reinvent itself in a rather different role.
That's it.
Once again, the world was at war. Europe in turmoil and the rise of Nazi Germany. Thompson himself died in 1940, just prior to America's involvement in the war, sparked by Japan's surprise attack on Pearl Harbor in late 1941. However, his weapon had finally managed to fulfill its original purpose as a war-fighting machine. And as the US Army mobilized, they placed massive orders. It was issued to corporals, sergeants, scouts, tank crews, and patrol leaders. With over
in isolation, yes, it's okay. It's just that the two games that came prior to it are, like, generationally good.
Initially, the Thompsons' prior association with unsavory characters hadn't been forgotten. Some anti-US propaganda attempted to paint America as a bunch of gun-toting criminals. Clearly, they didn't account for America's romantic view of the villain. And besides, it didn't take long for the Thompsons to forge a more valiant identity.
Can't think of Infinite the same anymore. 2016 election being a part of the blame for that. I can imagine, yeah.
Eventually leading to the M1 and M1A1 revisions, easing manufacture and improving suitability for field use, which in turn gave it a new silhouette. The iconic drum magazines were spurned by the military. They were heavy, less reliable, tougher to load, and they rattled somewhat when on the move. So instead, 30-round box magazines were used. The front grip was replaced with a simpler horizontal handguard in most military models, less fragile and more compatible with a sling. Its rear sight was swapped for a snag-free design that needed less machining and could withstand a few knocks. It also turned out that the blish lock was entirely unnecessary.
Yeah, a little bit.
And with a little re-engineering, the M1 Thompson worked just fine as a straightforward blowback weapon. And so, as America went to war, the Thompson
Comstock is an orange.
Seen in the hands of the
if Comstock is an orange, doesn't that also just mean that Booker is an orange?
Its design was mature and problems
you tell me the people that think these things don't actually think them through at all?
Was a well-liked, capable SMG.
Make it look massively less appealing.
And ineffective at long
ranges. It happens a lot.
But it worked, and it looked pretty good doing it. As cameras became both more commonplace and more compact, photography was now an important factor in the documentation of World War II. Key moments were captured and given widespread distribution via newspaper, and often seen in the hands of Allied soldiers, was the Thompson.
Really turned the tides of that shit as soon as we came in with these things, huh?
The retelling of war stories in both literature and film. While the memory was still fresh, most media intended for popular consumption softened the depiction of war.
You know, I said it the last time we saw one of these things, no wonder the Germans were winning for so long. The fucking MP40 was like unmatched by everyone else's armory.
The bleak death
until we showed up.
Instead, replaced with plucky defiance and tales of camaraderie. It wasn't really until 50 years after the end of the war.
Military does not have particularly good firearm sense.
Found success at the box office.
They always go for comfort over
Saving Private Ryan had a grittier,
effectiveness,
more tragic
because they have to always lug the goddamn things around for extended periods of time.
Into the technicolor heroism of yore. Its famous Normandy beach landing scene was particularly effective. A soldier's perspective of the events. Bullets zipping overhead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And camera-shaking explosions, carving craters.
The Garand was a game changer, that too, yeah.
The first-person portrayal of war in film was married perfectly to the emerging FPS genre in games. And a complement of realistic firearms were brought to replace the generic pistols and rocket launchers seen before. The Thompson was amongst them, of course. And with its large magazine and fully automatic fire, it makes a desirable choice. And
Chat, why are there like 3 different versions of Call of Duty 2? I've never understood that, and I've never played the game. Does anyone have an actual answer for that?
Given that most games put the player in the boots of an American soldier, the Thompson is a very common starter weapon, and extensively used, at least until it's dropped in favor of a more exotic enemy weapon. In the years that followed, the American aspect of the Second World War was
milk dry. It's the last good COD game.
Every front, every battle, over and over. and found in the hands of every sergeant, and in the cover of every game. The Thompson a totem of a new era of unimaginative box art. With a glut of similar games, a certain weariness set in.
Game is called
forcing
Sniper
publishers to
Elite,
seek
not
the next
holding a
big
rifle.
thing. Leaving World War II, and by association,
It was a weird
the
choice,
Thompson
the COD name to the first
in the
game,
past.
COD 4. I'm one of those weird people that started that series
the
at
Thompson
3.
was obsolescent
And I think I'm
even
the only
before
person on
World
the
War II
planet
began.
that started at 3.
So its hopes of surviving another bout of post-war peace were slim.
Because that game, from my
America
memory,
largely
has no
replaced the
actual
Thompson
characters,
with
and it
the
has
M3
QTEs
grease
for
gun.
some reason.
A weapon that had none of the elegance or style of the Thompson, but all of the functionality at a fraction of the cost. As wartime orders dried up, manufacturing ceased and assets were sold. The Thompson's time as a Hellraiser was over. And so, the SMG retired. But you can't really keep a good thing down, and the Thompson isn't afraid to be seen outside of its conventional roles. Wherever it goes, it paints a vivid image by its presence alone. Sometimes it's just a throwback, a cultural nod to its era, or acknowledgement
Am I
of the game's
insane for
World War
thinking
II
Bad
roots.
Company 1 and 2 are the only good Battlefield
Sometimes
games?
It's a transplant.
Am I crazy?
Thrust into unexpected time or an alternate history. An anachronism in action, whether it's gangsters in space or a post-apocalyptic film noir. No other firearm evokes an era quite like it. Part sinner, part saint.
The Saboteur really took the best possible concept for an Assassin's Creed sequel and just made sure that Ubisoft would never do it.
But the
And
most
probably did
amazing
it better than they ever could have anyway.
thing is that they're all true. The Thompson,
Manufacturer, producer, military's flag. God damn, I hate
Annihilator.
YouTube's Automod.
Chicago typewriter, Tommy gun. Thank you very much for watching, and until next
It's
time.
every time, right?
Farewell.
Ah, informative. The idea of being able to fairly easily buy World War II era firearms in bulk until the 80s. It was a more free time. Anyway, as has become tradition, from Spoonie, Ultima 6, The False Prophet. We still got a fair few of these to get through. That's a good number of months. Still haven't gotten a claim from this band yet, by the way, anytime we do this. You're turning me upside down. When you shake me, shake me. People used to get to keep their war guns. For the longest time, I just assumed that was their property after they were done. Criminal offense to recognize what a firearm looks like after having a little mass shooting.
The False Prophet has probably the most thought-provoking, introspective, character-driven plot in the entire series, and to say that following Ultima 5, one of the best RPGs ever made, is quite an accomplishment. And yet, I hate this game. I hate it. I keep trying to play it for like 2 hours, and then eventually I just get frustrated. Ah! Hey!
Oh, good! We're doing bits in the middle of the reviews. We're in this era. We've gotten to the bits era.
Chuckles! Don't touch me, pervy clown! Clown? I'm not a clown! I'm Chuckles the fucking
Think if you wanted to
jester,
keep your
dipshit.
service weapon, you had to buy it? Fucking
Clowns get
cheapskates.
paid! Actually, that's not true. Lord
Dude,
British
if you
Lord
got
British
out of
British
World War
British
II, you should have been
British
allowed to
British
keep
British
your
British
gun
British
and
British
mount it on your
I
wall.
guess you could say I was making a false
That should have
prophet.
been a fucking right of right of every serviceman.
Get the fuck out of my house, clown! Oh, am I hoarding in on your shitty review, Spoonie? Yes, I'm trying to inform the good people here about the awesome Ultima series. Boring! These reviews are
You can
too
keep the guns and other weapons you found, though.
Final Fantasy.
That's a very strange workaround.
These reviews aren't nearly as funny as your old stuff.
You can take the entire arsenal of, like, a German you killed as a trophy and bring that home. That was for free.
Just one joke. You'll like it, I promise. Knock, knock. Who's there? Little Richard.
Channel Awesome influenced him a bit more in this era. It was the beginning of the downfall, wasn't it?
Get it? Get the fuck out!
Oh, you're no fun
Shame
anymore.
Vietnam ruined
Sit
the idea
out.
of war trophies. Ugh. You think a soldier kept the skull of a guy that they killed? They should.
Right away, when
Predator
you load this
maxing.
game up, it feels like something really special is going on. The music is
Why does the
well-written,
avatar
mysterious,
have
and
a
haunting, and raises
framed
real
picture of like a
sensation of
centaur stripper?
terror and fear of something truly dire about to happen. You're once again summoned by the moon gates, but right away you notice something's wrong. Because these moon gates are red, but you go in anyway and find yourself standing in some unholy shrine surrounded by a horde of demons who just summoned you here for a blood ritual. They strap you to a stone
Soldiers
slab and
taking
start
bones with
shooting
them?
from a book as the biggest, scariest one raises a knife to cut your damn heart out. But just in time, your old companions interrupt the ritual and shoot the high priest in the back of the head with a crossbow. And
pretty
you make
metal.
your escape back to Britannia. Once you get there, Lord British tells you that demons are pouring out of the underworld and have captured all the shrines of virtue and are tearing the land apart, searching for something or someone. He tasks you with killing the Hellspawn and freeing the shrines, but you can tell there's something more at stake since the ritual book...
Do they ever
is
explain
holding
why your
as
level
you
resets
on
at the end of
cover.
all these games?
You're fairly sure it's not fan fiction. See, they're not evil, they're just desperate. Their homeland's dying, falling apart ever since some self-righteous surface dweller with a huge cross on his chest kicked the door into their most holy temple, killed everything in sight, and stole their most righteous holy book, the Codex of Infinite Wisdom. Oh, right.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. This all used to be so simple, you know? Being the Avatar, just be a nice guy, champion of the downtrodden, slayer of evil. But now you've brought doom to an innocent race of people whose only salvation is a holy war to reclaim their most holy artifact, which, let's face it, you flat out stole from them. Bottom line, this is your fault, even though I personally blame Lord British, you know? I mean, hey, he told me to do this shit, it wasn't my idea. And Lord British sure as hell ain't giving the Codex back now, being the racist prick he is. There may not be a way to save this situation, and the only way to appease the gargoyles is to give yourself up for the crimes you've committed, to die for the sins of your race. This is such a complex narrative with so many parallels to history and current events, it's almost beautiful. Too bad the game itself is so poorly designed. There's just too much fucking around with the inventory, too much clicking around.
It's the downfall of most games, isn't it?
One for every character, digging through all the bags and the bags within
MTV
bags,
Pizza and
stacks of
Centaur
food and
strippers
potions,
ate all that
identical
EXP.
keys,
Yeah, that makes
hundreds
sense.
of fucking identical keys, and pieces of armor and weapons. There's so much stuff that's so small, it's hard to tell what the hell it's supposed to be.
Why are we
What is
listening to
that?
demons?
That
Ah.
blue thing? It's a flask of oil? Wait, why do I have a rubber ducky? I'm serious. When the fuck did I get a rubber ducky? Wait, and the other blue bottle is ale? What's
And then
the
this
ale
is the one where you have bags of inventory inside your inventory that you have to sift through too, right?
mug? Why does he have a mug? Why would I ever need that? And what's that? Go ahead, take a guess as to what this fucking thing is. I thought it was beef jerky, but no, it's a torch. Obviously, right? See, I see this, I think torch. And what's this? Pencils? No, it's crossbow bolts. When you kill monsters and search through their stuff, it all ends up in a huge stack, so that if you want something on the bottom of the stack,
You have to
all
take
the crap
everything
on
at the top first.
So if I want the 6 torches here, I have to get the ale, 6 loaves of bread, 8 portions of meat, a red potion, a bag, 5 lockpicks, a wooden shield, leather boots, and a chain coif. What if I don't want to carry all that extra shit around? I have to pick it all up.
You know, as
and
much
throw it
shit
back
as
down
I
the
give
ground again.
Bethesda,
Simple
they're
coding issues
really
like
good
opening
at
a chest and
inventory
finding a spear,
shit.
spear.
Aside from the carry weight garbage, it's a oh hey, they're doing this.
Spear.
Why not just say, thou just find a fuck ton
Rare
of
cope
spears?
sighting.
I mean, it counts the gold coins. It doesn't list every gold coin individually. What if I wanted a throwing axe here? I need to pick up a spear.
Hey, Fork,
Damn
with
it,
the
who
power
cares
of
how many
hindsight,
spears
rate the
anyway?
air of Jericho
I
in the
hate
suit.
The music. Yeah, I know I said I liked it before, but here it's just
It was a
hours
very
and
highly
hours
specific
of the
era
same
of a
repetitive
heel
thing.
run, man.
And most of the time, the music doesn't even match what's happening in the game at all. Like when I'm trying to retake this shrine from the bloodthirsty gargoyles, and for some reason I've still got Hail Britannia screaming through the speakers. The music changes immediately on unpredictable cues, going from one song to the next so fast I get auditory whiplash. The combat just feels feels so distant. It's hard to tell what's going on.
Okay, if they're not like biblical demons and they're just called demons generally and they live in a different dimension, you can just like leave a portal open if the whole thing is like a thing, and then you like they can hang out, I guess. Otherwise, just solve the fucking problem and take them all out. One or the other. If they can integrate properly, this thing seems like it would be solved overnight.
And I had to run all the way back to Lord
If they're
British to
hell-bent
heal,
on
but guess
having a
what?
holy
The
war,
dude's
you need to
asleep.
solve the problem
There's
as
no
soon
way
as
to fucking
possible.
Wake him up! LB! Hey, come on! It's me, the Avatar! I got rapid onset Black Death from the rats in your goddamn sewer! I'm dying, you fool! Don't you care? Don't you even care? What is with this guy? Douchebag could sleep through a nuclear bomb! Well, he won't wake up till morning, so I had no choice. I just had to wander off and eventually die horribly of disease sitting on Lord British's freaking throne. Maybe when he wakes up, he'll notice I filled his fucking chair with my own evacuated bowels when I finally died a horrible, clenching, oozing death of the fucking Motaba virus, shithead.
You'd think you'd be a little bit more resistant to common diseases.
I can't see anything half the time in this game. The overhead view takes up less than half the screen, which is the way it's always been, I know, but now you have to contend with the fog of darkness, which is what really annoyed me about this game more than anything. Now I can barely see 10 feet in any direction without a torch or a light spell. And no, I'm not complaining that it's dark at night. I'm not an idiot, but I can't even see in what should be well-lit areas of Lord British's castle. Throw me a bone. I don't know, the ending just seems way too convenient for me. You discover that the Codex really comes from outer space, or some weird astral plane called the Vortex.
That's convenient.
It's floating around out there, and I have no idea why it's there, or who made it, or how anyone knew to look for a magic book floating in the Vortex. It just sounds dumb and made up. Did God write it? Lord Xenu? You can't just make this shit up, you know. Well, you finally appease both peoples by getting a magic thing called the Vortex Cube, which just exists because shut up it does. You load the Vortex Cube with the Stones of Virtue, and that beams the Codex back into space. And then you make magic lenses that the kings of both races have to use together to see in the Vortex to read the Codex. I don't know, it's stupid. I got a real problem with this for some reason. It's just too neat and tidy. Lord British is still a racist prick who was unwilling to compromise, and the Gargoyles never even attempted diplomacy, skipping straight to the jihad and murder.
Yeah, that sounds about right for them.
Solving none of the underlying racial tensions or ideological differences. It's just coercion. And oh yeah, the Gargoyles learned a completely different set of virtues from the Codex than you did. Control, passion, and diligence. And what chapter of the book was that? Did I never finish reading the fucking thing? Is it in the index somewhere? Hey kids, guess what time it is? Ah! Not a fan of you six. You think it's lame? Well, why not try a new game? I call it The Game. Oh, original. And you just lost. What is this? Like some game on the internet where you lose by... It's not on the web, and you just lost again. Ow! Fuck. Ah, it's a game of words, Spoon.
Why do rubber
Hear me
chickens
well.
come up so much
No,
lately?
I think this game sucks way worse than Ultima 6. Oh, but Spoon, you did not tell them the best part. You get to talk to me! Oh yeah, you actually get to talk to fucking Chuckles in this game, who tells you some really stupid and pointless jokes, but that's not the best part. The best part is when I brought a cannon into the courtyard, shot Chuckles in the face with it, and hid his body in a trunk in Lord British's bedroom. Now that was funny. Oh, you thought that was
I feel like more
fun?
RPGs
You thought
should
that
let you
was a
frame
bunch of
NPCs
laughs?
for murder.
Well, let's see how much
Doesn't
you
come
like
up nearly
old
enough.
Chuck when he shoves this DVD of the game right up your ass. Yeah, look, Burton, Death Ray, now! Oh!
You even broke the disc for the bit. Good bit.
Yeah, you know he's right. I never did finish Minority Report.
Oh, good. We're doing the audio thing again. Funny that. And eventually Blip TV was destroyed. You used to have free reign over all copyright shit as much as you wanted. And then the era died. Oh, Christ. The suffering. Was that a MySpace link? Did I fucking read that right? Jesus Christ. Is this on a... No, it is on one of those. No. We're not doing no. No. That's for next time. Melon Soda channel, even Shiori. was left speechless during this interrogation in L.A. Noire. I know exactly what this is. I know exactly which one this is.
Listing male liaisons? Okay, tell me about Gabriel.
So tell us about this kid, Gabriel. You had a
Chat, this is the, like, top 5 line reads of all time.
Presumptuous young man who did not know his place.
But why does he have a run-in with you?
Ask me questions.
We do a lot of presuming here in the United States, Consul General.
Ask the question.
I want to know more. What are you not telling me?
Young boys, Valdez.
Are you a young boys, Valdez? Are you a madman? This will cause an international.
But you do have a notebook. You do actually have the notebook, and it said really weird things.
Danny,
Powerful.
Ben, Miguel, Tristan, and Teddy. Full lips. Ring any bells?
I'm sure we can come to some arrangement.
Gabriel, spill it.
A beautiful but impertinent boy.
I fucking
mentioned
love this game,
rendezvous
man.
and the young man went quite insane. I thought he was going to kill me. I was prepared to pay.
Yeah, I'm sure that was the issue.
Consul General. Let's nail this kid Delgado and wrap this thing up.
Bad phrasing after that conversation, man.
Two people, right?
Finished with Valdez.
You might want to lock him up.
Get rid of him in a couple of hours.
Just let him sit in the room for a little bit longer. I should stream LA Noire and just fuck the consequences, huh? From Komodo Dad, Red Letter Media, Mike gives chase. Is this the bit that we just saw?
Don't run away!
They're running! It's happening again! Time is a flat circle!
You fuckers! You fuckers!
It's even better the second time.
I got your car keys! I've got your car keys, you fuck!
They shouldn't force Mike to keep running like this.
You think you can escape from me? Where do you think you're going?
Good bit. Alright. Hyun's Dojo Community, 1 Minute Melee. Season 3, Episode 10. Yu Notakami versus Polnareff. I remember this one being very nice. Hang on, I'm gonna have to skip past a bit here. No bit. It's the end bit we have to worry about. I remember liking this one back, like, years ago. This is during the initial possession. That's my goat. It's him. That's my boy. Unmatched. You know they made a Persona Muso game that was just exclusively like Persona 5 stuff? What a fucking crime. God, he's so cool! How did they ever do sprite work this good? How did anyone figure it out? Do the dive kick! God, he's so cool. Possession done.
I'm sorry. I couldn't let up.
These two are the same age, by the way. Yes, I'm aware. You know Kanji's the youngest member of the party in 4? Huh. Weird, isn't it? We are not watching the end of the video ad read. That's not happening. Alright, I'll get another batch. Pappy will get another batch. Give him a minute. Just give Pappy another batch. Ugh. Zelda CDI. I'm aware of the consequences to all of our collective actions. It has to be highly specific. Collect more batch. More batch collecting. Give it a second. See how much goddamn time we have on the whole thing. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, this'll go well, it will. The collectathon goes on. It goes on and on and on. Load up a little bit of that. Let me do a little something here that'll probably get me a claim at some point. Yeah, that'll work, I suppose. Should. Yeah. Grab one of these, why not? That'll be okay. That'll be pretty good. Grab some of this, grab some of that. Grab one of these, why not? This should be enough to fill for a decent amount of time, but first things first, chat. I'm gonna go piss, so give me a minute. Bleh. I'm back. I'm here. This'll go well, I'm sure. Oh, Nelly. All right. Next, from War MMA, Chael Sonnen roasting Brazil for 4 minutes and 22 seconds. Splendid.
Brazilian fans hate you. I mean, especially if you win against Anderson Silva. How do you think you can make it out of Brazil alive? Because they were threatening Chad Mendes.
Well, that is something they do.
You know, you bring up a very good point, and I don't like that. I don't like being in this spot, and I think that it went a little bit too far, and that wasn't my intention. It really was not. And, you know, I'm going to Brazil. I will be there. We have a press conference there on Tuesday. So I'm trying to smooth things over with these guys, but I don't exactly know how, right? So I packed a suitcase full of gifts, full of things from America that they don't have. I'm trying to merge. Yeah, I'm trying
Is it going to be like toiletries?
In a way, you know, that maybe we can work together. For example, I bought packets of soap for them.
Yeah!
Because I know they don't have it. And I just want to help. And I brought shampoo. And I brought them dental floss. And, you know, speaking of dental floss and dentistry, it's very interesting. This is a true story. Did you know that the toothbrush was actually created in Brazil? Yeah, it's true. Had it been created in America or really anywhere else, it'd be called the teeth brush. But that's the way that happened. And when I get there on Tuesday, I'm going to explain to these guys that I didn't mean to do this. And I'm going to come with gifts and see if we can smooth it over.
This is some powerful word.
Huh? Right there. I went and got this to sneak into this country. I thought I could go undetected, and it backfired. Everybody approached me. Thought I was Nogueira. It ended up not really working out so well.
Well, Anderson's a fraud. He's a liar, and he's a thief. This guy's not from a bowing culture. You bow in Brazil, they'll hit you over the head and take your wallet out of your pocket.
Vandalay, you are an immigrant from Brazil. I am a gangster from America. Are you sure you want to play that game with me? Listen, Vandalay, I will do a home invasion on you. I will cut the power to your house, and the next thing you hear will be me climbing up your stairs in a pair of night vision goggles I bought in the back of Soldier of Fortune magazine. I'll pick the lock to the master room door, take a picture of you in bed with the Nogueira brothers working on your jiu-jitsu. I'll take said photograph, post it at www.dorksfrombrazil.com. Password, not required. Username, not required. That, Vandalay, is how you threaten somebody, dummy. I picked my medium very carefully when I talked about Brazil. I went to the internet. And if I had the foggiest idea that they had computers in Brazil, I wouldn't have done that. I really didn't know. I was in Las Vegas when the Nogueira brothers first touched down in America.
This is some powerful slander.
There was a bus this is a true story. There was a bus that pulled up to a red light, and Little Nog tried to feed it a carrot while Big Nog was petting it. He thought it was a horse. This really happened. Do you believe me that that happened?
Not really.
He tried to feed a bus a carrot, and now you're telling me that country has computers? I didn't know that. I did not know that.
So we are gonna give you a gift from Brazil, and I'll be glad if you accept this gift. Okay?
Oh, that's very nice. You guys brought a gift for me? That's wonderful, considering all the tremendous gifts that my country has given you. For example, the internet, which I heard you have.
This is not true. We have the internet in Brazil, especially.
But you got it from America. You're welcome. No. You guys are welcome. We created that here. That was very nice of us.
No,
our internet, our moon.
You no longer have to tap on a log and like write letters into bottles and throw it into the ocean, right? Because that's what you used to do.
In an industry where nobody cares that you can talk, man could have done amazing work.
Silly. And, you know, I can't go anywhere in Brazil without hearing that word. And we don't use that in America. We don't talk about respect unless you're talking about one of your elders or a father or a parent. We respect our elders. We don't respect fighters. Look at him. He's behind you now. He's half naked. He fights in a steel cage for a paycheck. And
was told by WCW Power Plant he would never make it.
If that's respect in Brazil, you need to look at yourself and your culture.
That is amazing. Huh. Huh. That is some fucking powerful verbalage. Huh. Next, CCTV clip 67, Gunnery Sergeant Hartman visits the X-Files. Full Metal Jacket.
This is Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, and I've landed in the X-Files.
It's a shame Sora AI had to die no matter how many funny cat videos it produced.
And common sense is clearly classified. Boxes on boxes. And no closure.
It sucks, doesn't it?
When someone hides the truth this hard, it means we're on the right damn track.
You're special, Snowflake, you're not. You're just a smart one who didn't trip over your own feet.
Some of these cases don't follow the rules. Rules exist for a reason, but ignoring reality.
Which X-Files is he investigating? The worst ones you can imagine.
God help me. I will pummel your liver until it sings the Star-Spangled Banner.
Through your ears, you disrespectful little fountain of incompetence.
There's always a logical explanation.
Logic's great until it stops explaining the scars and missing hours.
The video game episode, so
You
true.
don't lock up nothing this tight unless it scares somebody. And pretending it's not real is some bullshit I won't sign off on. You don't die like this by accident. Something did this, and it damn sure wasn't human.
Automod getting me again. What did it get this time? What did it kill you for this time?
Watching nothing happen. That's when some fucking thing is lining up. Those lights ain't weather and ain't aircraft. Anyone
Remember,
say
kids, every
otherwise,
light in the night sky is your enemy.
Fucking denial. Put me down and identify yourself. Don't care what galaxy you're from.
MMA users, you need to be reminded that people will just shoot you in real life.
But it's still better than whatever you're serving in the mess hall. All right. 3 of you, 1 of me. Still
You're
bad math
completely
for you.
right.
Subject is aggressive.
State purpose.
You abducted the wrong damn person, and now you're gonna undo it.
What if you got abducted by aliens and it was because they needed a fifth with poker or something? It was like the most, like, basic shit you could imagine.
This joyride was a fucking waste
Like
of fuel.
nothing remotely important.
I got abducted, evaluated, and sent back. Now sound off in the comments and tell me where the hell I'm going next, people!
When the world needed him most, he disappeared. YouTube poop. Zelda. Link Commands and Conquers by Swish Films Inc. 17 years ago. In 2008. Oh boy, I love feeling like death.
Gee, it sure is boring around here. Link, here is Command and Conquer. Great, I'll grab my...
I only ever played Red Alert, I'll be honest. Oh wait, no, I played 3? The 360 game.
I play.
If you need instructions on how to
Command and Conquer.
check out the enclosed instruction book.
Well done, Mario. It is written, only Link can defeat.
There are people born in 2008 at my work. They should be fired out of a cannon and into the sun.
Wow. What are those? Yeah.
No mercy.
Huh? No.
You know, the RTS genre just kind of died, didn't it?
I just wonder what button 2 is up to. Fuck.
Just went away completely.
Fuck. My song. You fucking cool here.
Oh, Zelda, I'm going to attack Link. If you don't hear from me in a month, send dinner to me.
Here's the traitor, Your Majesty.
Attack.
It's happening.
What happened?
Sir, topside has suffered significant
Structural integrity has been compromised. I estimate the King will have access to this command center in approximately 20 minutes.
I guess I'd better get going.
I'm on cannon.
He's getting ash babied right now.
Well done, Your Majesty. Link is once again defeated. As it is written, you are the hero of Command and Conquer.
Pizza for me.
Once more.
In the name of Link.
Link.
In the name of Link.
Link.
We were as far from Picard song creation
Link.
as TNG's pilot was to the Picard song. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. You can't do that to me. Huh. Next! From Kerber, MP3, Castlevania The Adventure, Speedrun, World Record. This is the Game Boy version of Castlevania 1, isn't it? You think Dracula is just really bored every night? Cornette threatening Lesnar with a gun added to the pool. I will add it to this as soon as this is done.
Ah, hell, out of space. We'll just move this over to Alucard's room. I don't think he'll mind. I know he won't.
Oh, he's strutting. Look at Simon go.
What is a man? What is a man? No. For what is a man?
What has he got? If not himself.
Of miserable secrets, of which to say, I truly feel.
Simon, walk faster, Christ!
About time I put this room to use, huh? All right, look. I know we haven't spoken in a few lifetimes. Ample opportunity to reflect, I suppose.
You know, it's never once questioned in any Castlevania game why the castle always has a chapel
You see, I
for God.
understand now why you appointed the slowest man on Earth to do me in. To show me the futility of my earthly ambitions. In my blind, pathetic fit of vengeance against you, I sought the gift of eternal life, only to be met with the curse of eternal torment. Finding the bottom from the top, so to speak. For what profit is it to a man if
he gains the world and then loses his own soul?
And loses his own soul.
Matthew 16:26. There it is.
16:26, I believe. Well, confound it. Your divinely inspired words ring true. Thus, I believe I am now truly prepared to face my destiny.
Still inside.
That's all. So, Belmont number 3 should be knocking on that door in the next few seconds, yes? Okay, in fairness, I'm just a bit out of practice with my proselytizing, so cut me some slack, big man. Oh, that is just like you. Hogging all the omnipotence for yourself when you could be putting it to use, bending to my whim. Fine, then. If eternal life is your decree, then I shall defy it. Yes, that's right. Death, would you come to the principal's office, please? Your services are required.
It's true. I am Dracula. But I'm not what you think I am. I must destroy Dracula at any cost.
Is it weird in hindsight both of these games weren't voice acted?
I don't want to fight against you!
Nothing you can say will stop me. Prepare to die.
Oh! Oh, never do that again!
The hell?
Hey, man! Did you like Netflix death being a Redditor? I have yet to forgive anyone involved with the production.
Alright, that's freaking me out. Julius, could you just, like, reach over and...
I'm not touching it, you touch it.
Okay. Do I just...
Oh, it was just a dream. A nightmare. Oh, never drink blood past the sell-by date. And who did I get my wires crossed with at the end there? This.
The more things change, the more they style they.
Fancy meeting you here, Belmont. What the devil? Ah, good, you've heard of me. No need for introductions, then. Well, you've had a long, arduous journey to meet me here, so let the showdown commence. A foolish decision intercepting me, you spawn of hell. Your insatiable lust for chaos shall only serve to hasten your own demise. Right, yes, whatever. Just steal thy whip and get cracking. Begone! Huh?
Do you?
Just give me a moment. Now, where could I have?
Ah, I see.
Oh, this is just
I wish whips were better in the Soul series.
I can't seem to find my whip.
I don't think whips were ever, like, any good, like, statistically until Elden Ring, oddly enough. Like, there's some weird shit you can do in 2 and 3.
Well, it's a good thing
I guess there's the Cain in Bloodborne if you want to count that, but I wouldn't.
Allow me to retrace my steps. Won't be
And that's just fine. In Night Rain, they're actually fantastic. That's the weird part. All right, hang on. I need to add this crucial thing to the thing. Hang on. This is urgent and needs to be in here. This needs to be added in urgently and viewed immediately, because fuck. Elden Ring Liquid Sword. The fucking... You told me you did the Cypher Potta. You told me you did a run with the Cypher Potta. Of Ori's vocabulary shrinks further. Yes, that's true. The Orumi. Oh, that fucking thing! Yeah, that thing's weird. It's bizarre, isn't it? It's like using the T-1000 as a weapon. Huh. Anyway. From the Boston heel, Jim Cornette on almost shooting Brock Lesnar with a gun in OVW.
Amongst themselves without telling anybody else, and who the fuck's gonna know? Now here's an interesting transition. This question comes from Simon Dunn. Can you ask Jim to tell the story of the time he threatened to shoot Brock Lesnar in OVW? I have never heard this story. Oh my God, well this will be a good one to end the VIP mailbag.
Yeah, I can imagine, Cornette.
Because it might take a minute. Here's the thing. Brock...
Rare Cornette win.
He was the 2000 NCAA
Very rare.
champion from the University of Minnesota, came in on a WWE contract, and Shelton Benjamin came with him. And I love the idea of training great amateur athletes for professional wrestling because, you know, they're legitimate, and you can't argue with their credentials.
but I quickly found out that here's the problem with Brock. Whereas Shelton Benjamin was a natural, Shelton Benjamin had been a pro wrestling fan. He took to the ring like a duck takes to water. He was one of the most apt pupils we had ever had. He instantly picked things up and was an overachiever.
And Brock was a
and
good wrestler, but he just
everybody.
didn't really like the business and didn't care to understand it at the beginning.
Brock didn't have a love of professional wrestling. Brock didn't know what professional wrestling was all about, and I could quickly see that he was doing this just for the money. And history has borne me out as being correct in that assessment. I would say at this point. So I put them together as a tag team because that way Brock could take the tag. Shelton could do all the work. Shelton could be exciting. Shelton could fly around. Shelton could sell. Then Brock could take the tag and he could make the comeback. And we had something entertaining. And also, Shelton was.
It's a crime they never put the WWE title on Shelton.
Goddamn watching paint.
They really should have at some point.
In every aspect. So as a team, they were great. But anyway, they were working with the Disciples of Sin, and my lovely wife Stacy, who was Sin, the Wicked Witch of Kentuckiana. Right.
Your lovely wife Stacy, who Big Show is fucked.
Of Damien and Slash and Payne, and I think it was Damien and Slash at that point. Slash was Wolfie D, Damien was Brian Logan, but they were veterans who could work with these young greenhorns and hopefully teach them timing and something in the ring. Well, anyway. One of the big highlights of their matches was that Brock would give Sin a press slam. And she loved to take bumps and took them great. And the idea, she got so much heat that even though it was a man, 200
odds of Cornette threatening to shoot Brock because he refused to have sex with his wife.
The people threw babies in the air because she was
Slash was Wolfie D. Strange world, isn't it?
She gets heat with me in my house. So
he took a lot of things, great.
It brought the house down at Freedom Hall when they had their dark match at a WWE taping. It was sold out, 18,000 people, and one of the big reactions of the night for the entire show was in the dark match where Brock Lesnar and Shelton Benjamin defeated the Disciples of Sin after Brock gave her this giant press slam. So, at any rate, having said that, I called it on an OVW TV one night. I said, you press slammer, blah, blah, blah. Stacy, and she wouldn't mind me saying this because she's open with everybody, had just had certain parts of her anatomy pierced. And these certain parts would be where Brock's right hand went when he picked her up for the press slam. So you can do your own math on that.
Right.
So she told Brock earlier in the day, hey, when you give me the press slam, watch out, take care of the nether regions down there because I just had these piercings done. Well, Brock...
Open with everyone, we know Jim.
One of the boys that... And see, we'd had problems with Brock. He was very respectful to me and to Danny Davis because we were his coaches, because he was one of these college jocks that had been, pushed through college because he was a major athlete and had always been catered to, but he would bully the referees, he'd bully the ring crew. He made one of our referees cry one time. Kenny Bolin, my best friend, one of the managers, he was being Kenny Bolin one time and flirting in an innocent way with Brock's girlfriend at the time, not Sable. But but Brock comes out and cuts a promo on him and cusses him and shoves him and just makes an ass out of himself, because anybody that was a coach or had some standing, Brock would respect, but anybody that he felt was below him, the water boy on the team, you get the idea, college jock, he would fucking belittle and berate.
Real proper cunt behavior.
To the fact that he was being paid 5 times as much as the other developmental guys, I expected more out of Brock. I had to browbeat him one time because he was supposed to be a babyface, and he went out and the people started booing him because he had that natural prickish demeanor. So he got on the microphone, cut a heel promo on him. And when I got him back in the locker room, I said, motherfucker, you're fixing to work for Vince McMahon, and if he wants you to be a heel or be a babyface or wear a chicken suit and cluck like a duck on Broadway, you're going to fucking do it. So he couldn't get it. He wasn't in love with wrestling. Now it bears out to this day. He still does it just for the fucking money. He quit before because he didn't like the fucking travel. He wants to be on his farm in South Dakota and shoot innocent animals, whatever the fuck. Anyway, so
farm life is not the future I would have picked out for Brock Lesnar, of all fucking things.
I'm going to squeeze it. I'm going to fucking... And she's like, brother, don't do that. I'm telling you. So what happens when you know who won the pony? He goes, he gives her the press slam, and he fucking clamps down and squeezes with his right hand. And I mean, she's got an incredible tolerance for pain. She actually in California broke her ankle in both places, or in both bones, to the point where it turned sideways.
I have a very bizarre high tolerance.
But she came in fucking crying and squealing, and when he got back,
You ever get your fucking face waxed, Chad?
And yelling, and they were cutting promo on each other, because she won't give a cripple crab a crutch, and she don't mind telling somebody what she thinks of him. That's why we're married. So she's cussing him, and he's cussing her, and I hear all this hoopla and caterwauling, and go back there, and I'm like, what the fuck? And she tells me he's been saying he was going to do it all day, and he fucking did it. I asked him not to, and to take care of my schnavitz, and he fucking didn't. And fuck this fucking guy. And she
Know
said,
how high it was,
oh, I
Cornet.
didn't do it. I didn't mean to do it. I was just kidding, blah, blah, blah. And in the process, he says, fuck you to her in front of me. And that's where I had to say, look, motherfucker, you need to know this now. Don't say fuck you to her in front of me, because I won't fight you. I will shoot you.
There it is.
Because here's what he didn't realize, because he'd been protected and pampered and made over for so long, nobody is going to fight Brock Lesnar. If he mouths off and runs his dick liquor about people or two people or whatever the fuck, nobody's going to fight him. They're just going to pull out a gun and fucking shoot him. Because would you fight Brock Lesnar?
Could you imagine if Hogan talked this much shit down in South America?
Fucking freak, and nobody's gonna fight him. But if he said the wrong thing to the wrong person, they're gonna fucking shoot him.
Would have never made it out of the 80s.
How tough he is, he ain't gonna nip up after a fucking gunshot to the fucking head. So I said, don't fucking say fuck you to her in front of me, or I will shoot you, because he was not only disrespecting somebody else in the wrestling business that he was supposed to take care of. It's the same thing as, I got a bad shoulder, brother, watch my shoulder. I got a bad leg, watch my fucking leg. And he was proving that he was not going to do that. I said, also, if you're going to fucking rib somebody and tell them all day you're going to do something, you better make goddamn sure you don't fucking do it, because why would they believe that you didn't mean to do it when you've been telling them all day they were going to fucking do it? Right? So, I said, and thirdly, don't disrespect me by telling my girlfriend in front of me at the time, now my wife, fuck you, because then you brought me into it, and this is not business, this is personal. I will not fight you, I will shoot you. And the sooner you learn these things, the better off you're going to be in the wrestling business, because nobody's going to fight you. But if you piss somebody off bad enough and you're in an outlaw locker room or a fucking independent show or wherever the fuck you may end up, you're very liable to get fucking shot. So then he goes to fucking Danny Davis. He said, Jim said he was going to shoot me. Blah, blah, blah. And Danny said, well, what the fuck do you think was going to fucking happen? So anyway, I called them together at Six Flags the next fucking week and called them over in the fucking locker room in the corner, and they apologized to each other and shook hands for the good of the fucking locker room. But that's Brock's problem, is he was never in love with the business. He never wanted to be a pro wrestler. He was doing it for the money. He quit on a spot on top making millions of dollars a year because he didn't like the fucking travel, because he's a farm boy, whatever the fuck. I knew that he was tanking it. I expected more out of him when he was making 5 times as much as the rest of the guys in developmental. I expected more out of him than what I got. And, you know, basically the prophecy came true. He quit on a spot when he was making millions on
Shame
top.
Cornette turned out to be a literal cuckold.
Football, and he's
It's a real shame about a lot of things with Cornette.
No cigar, and then he went into the UFC, where he should have gone to begin with, but there wasn't big money involved then, and became the biggest pay-per-view attraction in the history of fucking UFC and mixed martial arts. And then he had his health problems, and then he went back to wrestling, where now he wrestles every once in a while for the money, because he doesn't love it, and he wants to be out in the woods shooting fucking animals. There couldn't be any two people any more different than me and Brock Lesnar. I recognize his talent, and I recognize his athletic ability, but we used to call him Block Lesnar down here in OVW for a reason, because he's a meathead, and I don't like him as a person, because he not only managed to piss off my referees, but my best friend and my wife, and he didn't fucking give his all and perform to the level that he was being paid at when he was a wrestling school student. And then actually, he got out of OVW 6 months early because he said that his girlfriend at home, who was not Sable, was pregnant and was going to have a baby, and he wanted to move back to Minneapolis, so he got out of the last 6 months of his fucking training before he started up there. And then all of a sudden, when he goes up there, instantly he's great because now he's making more money, so he's really going to try. So it was
funny
a slap
that.
in the face to all the guys that were making less than he was, and all the guys who were trying their hardest and didn't get a break that he got because of genetics and fucking fate. So there you have it.
One of those things where it invalidates everything you did and ever will do. So real.
Like you said, he's right out of the gates. He had a 6-figure contract, heavily.
You could have cured cancer and you'd still have a fucking bad rep over that shit.
Do you feel like had he exhausted all his other
Rightfully so, to be honest.
College, whatever was being offered, whether it was Pride or the Olympics, whatever it was going to be, do you think it would have turned out differently? Or
no.
Do you think it just...
Brock is the same person. Brock has never changed. Brock is the person he's always been. And he just didn't love wrestling, and I didn't have any.
His daughter looks exactly like him, and it's really freaky.
Guys who loved wrestling could have fucking had and fucking achieved their dreams when all he cared about was getting a check because the other shit didn't work out.
Interesting. Well, on that note, I want to say, everyone, thank you for your questions. Send them on in to mailbag at...
Wrestling's a funny business, you know that? Last 30 seconds is no audio. This isn't even related to Cornette's, like, fucking one-sided beef with the Juggalos, by the way. Hey, speaking of Jim Cornette, top 30 moves of Orange Cassidy by Internet Wrestling Database, a man whom Jim Cornette wished would be crippled in the ring.
Fly pile driver, if at all possible.
Daughter looking more like him than his son. Weird, I know.
Shot right there from...
Orange Cassidy can throw a fucking punch. God, he's so fucking cool.
And Orange Cassidy.
I'm glad he's found a gig that works out so well for him.
Back on his feet. Or drag.
The pressure point. That's some Japanese. That's some Japanese soccer.
Look at him.
Around the world here. All around.
This may be relevant for the next episode.
Going all the way up from the top. Big crossbody.
He stuck that fucking landing too.
A little bit of assistance on a flipping dive. She's got to be real careful. Oh God.
Went for that enziguri, but ducked and twisting away on that bad leg now.
Orange Cassidy is the type of character I could never see turning heel in a million fucking years. No matter what. You'd have to completely 180 everything about his character for it to happen.
Move, he can move. Tilt-a-whirl DDT. Oh my God.
Give Russo this, he'd consistently get hired to every major promotion Cornette was a booker for and ruined his life. Ruining Jim Cornette's life tends to be a morally correct thing to do in, like, the vast majority of circumstances.
Orange Cassidy's out of the way. Got him stacked up. Look at that folding press. Don't come back.
Watch out for Orange Cassidy.
And he ducks. Oh, spits the orange juice. There it is. Oh, God!
Up and over goes Cassidy. Nice drop kick and an F-up.
The kick, and he's back on his feet with his...
Can you believe this man is in his 40s, by the way?
Oh, splash!
with a Michinoku driver.
Orange Cassidy now. The Michinoku driver hooking the leg. And rope. Wow.
This man is a pinfall victory over Mr. Frog. First learned of Orange Cassidy when he was Fire Ant. Small world. What's the Juggalo stuff with Cornette, by the way? Cornette has, like, a bizarre hate boner for Juggalos because they like wrestling. And he thinks gimmicks are stupid. Stun Dog Millionaire is so good. There's the orange punch. He hits this better than Roman could ever dream of doing. Hari, hello.
With orange juice. What a... He tied him up. That's it.
God, he's so cool.
But instead, we see the mousetrap pin. And Orange Cassidy retains.
Vince would have put this man through the ringer. Everything that happened to Zack Ryder, Vince would have done to this man. I'm so glad he got out of, like, doing any kind of shit like that. From Bert O'Malley, Red Letter Media's Rich Evans. Brutal assault of fiancé caught live on camera.
Rich, what is your opinion of the popular television situational comedy known as Cheers? My opinion is fuck off! Have you ever binge-watched all 11 seasons on Netflix? If you were Sam, would you pick Diane, Rebecca? No! I'm sorry! I mean to slam your fingers in the laptop. Also, I don't think the screen is working anymore. What did you do to it?
Tangerine Dream is so cursed, man. Juggalos are either super chill or completely insufferable. Yes, that is completely correct. There is very little middle ground there. Is Cassidy exponentially more powerful than every MMA fighter since he beat Mr. Frog? Okay, so Brock beat Undertaker, and Undertaker is like universal and has access to pocket dimensions? Okay. Power scaling wrestling gets really weird. Last person I got into a fight with was a Juggalo, funnily enough. The last person I got into a fight with was middle school. I think it was the 7th grade. Would that even be considered a fight? I don't think it would. He grabbed me by the head and kneed me in the head a few times to, like, no effect, and I looked at him. I don't think that constitutes a fight. Either he hits really weak knee shots, or my skull is unbelievably durable. WWE Lesnar is a different continuity from UFC Lesnar. Yeah, UFC is the ultimate universe. First year of high school was the last time I got into a fight. High school is usually the place that happens. From Banana Ballistics, 7 of the most insane bullets available.
For bubblegum slugs to whatever this is, these are 7 of the craziest rounds available, part 2. This is Bear Creek Ballistics 225 grain, purpose-built, long-range...
Whenever you need to be shifted up one slot on the power scaling chart, Brian shows up. You're not wrong!
Check out this muzzle energy. That's more power than a 30-30. Thing is, I just don't see how this is possible, but this chronograph should tell us for sure. Not quite the velocity on the box. Still, that's just as powerful as a 30-30 and almost 40% more potent than our already very potent 44 Magnum, the standard 44 Magnum. But does that mean it'll be 40% more potent on targets like steel and ballistic gel? See, standard 44 Mag really isn't the best on mild steel, so let's start off with
firearms technology hasn't really advanced all that drastically in the last 40 years, has it?
See what I mean? Standard 44 mag's really not the best. Having said that though, something poked through there, but still pretty terrible. On to the most
Brian is like evil Hogan. Hey Brian, we're thinking about putting the belt on you this time. That's not gonna work for me, brother.
Gosh, damn, that is probably the cleanest hole I've ever seen with the handgun.
Invincible jack-off
really
edits, they've been popping up on Twitter.
You know what I mean. Anyway,
The tracksuit meme? Yeah, I've seen those. Very bizarre meme, I'll be honest.
Real quick, and then we can move on to some ballistic gel. Son of a bitch.
To make it spicier and more full with less ingredients, I suppose.
Huh, guess I didn't torque that one down good enough, and I don't see any new holes. This might be our crater right here. Let's flip it around. And that is definitely our crater. Man, that kind of sucks on 1/4 inch, but, I mean, obviously it was a lot more insane on 3/16.
Yeah, just get on with the ballistic gel. Wait, who the hell could this be? Another freaking spam calling hacker.
You sure that's a hacker, Bam?
Well, who else would it be?
I don't know, maybe data brokers. These guys don't care if it's your home address, phone number, or even social security number. They're gonna sell it to whoever's willing to pay. Creepy, right?
Creepy. I just want them to stop.
Well, I was having the same problem, which is
This is a very bizarre place for your ad read, I'll be honest.
Data from over 130 sketchy data.
A very strange one.
It also gives you near real-time alerts. If
Does Internet Historian have the best ad read segments? Because I never skip those.
On something like the dark web.
And they're always funny.
Feature that I'm going absolutely bananas about.
Boo.
Cloaked gives you burner.
Good time to stretch them back out.
Real working phone numbers, emails, and even soon-to-be virtual credit cards that you can generate and use without ever exposing your real credentials.
Wait, really?
Yes, it's basically an invisibility cloak for your identity.
Would you just tell me where to get it already?
Calm down, Bam. Holy shit.
Being reminded they're deciding to remake Harry Potter as a series on streaming.
/banana, and you'll also
for some
get 20%
reason.
off your subscription by using code BANANA at checkout.
Well, now that I'm cloaked, get on with the ballistic gel.
Here's what the standard 44 mag did to ballistic gel. Let's see what the most insane one can do.
Recurrent character for this guy? What an odd thing to do.
Oh, son of a biatch. My gosh. Well, that's not as dirty as I thought it would be. Very nice wound channel. Let me check out the pinky hole right here. Oh, yeah. I mean,
Attempt an Internet Historian style ad read, but it was just bad and makes me want to avoid the product at all costs. The man is surprisingly talented at that thing. It's a strange thing to do.
Let me grab my tape measure real quick. Let's see if
Epic-based YouTubers say HBO Harry Potter looks good besides Black Snake.
My guess was pretty good. That is exactly 6 inches in that block. You know, so I mean, it's pretty decent.
Using my creative control on this one, brother. I'm bleeding hard way and losing after 68 minutes. And then getting suffocated in front of my children before pretending to be stuck for 10 minutes.
12 gauge rounds available. Felt this weird tap on my shoulder.
God, he's so real.
None other than the Reaper. Shotgun shell, that is. And this round sent to be by Emax Tactical may look like a normal slug with copper-plated balls on the top, but what you can't see from
I like the idea that Tony Khan is putting together like the hypest matches he possibly can in front of Brian on commentary to try and get him to like, okay, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. Yeah, I'll do anarchy in the arena. I'll do that.
Let's see if it does. Apparently, even if the Reaper's out to get you...
Yeah, I'll go an hour and a half in the ring with Darby, sure.
He was nice enough to leave the freaking block on the table. I very much appreciate it, Reaper. I believe this is where the slug came in here. As you could see, all the copper-plated balls kind of came in wherever. That's how he gets the birds and other small animals and stuff. But let's check out that pinky. Oh, that is really not good for a 12 gauge
fishing
slug.
for special matches.
The wound channel and see. Holy shit, is this a 12 gauge slug or what? Especially inverted. You'd think it'd be way better.
All right, Brian, commentate over this entire round robin tournament. Look how cool everything is. Look at how hype everyone's getting. It's really cool, isn't it, Brian?
It looks like it pulled itself back quite a bit, but let me grab my tape measure and we will see exactly how deep the Reaper went here, right at about 11.5 inches, maybe even less than 11.5 inches. I don't know if he just lost all of his testosterone or what, because that was not a very hot load at all. But even if the Reaper's not able to finish the job himself, you know what he always carries around in his pocket as backup?
A scythe?
How would he possibly fit that in his pocket? No, he carries around an RIP slug.
Oh.
And who gave it to him? Hickory
Spending
Left,
1K on Final Countdown and putting someone else over.
This thing out of a shotgun with a choke.
Chad, I want you to know at some point in the next 2 years of MCW, someone will come out to Final Countdown. One of the users on this roster will come out to Final Countdown, and it will not be one that you think it is.
Oh no, not the bungee. Oh my gosh, guys, this thing is way off.
You actually
I mean,
cut the fucking strap on
or
that
anything, but this thing is way off. I don't know if it was a choke that I'm using or what's going on here, but it left a freaking massive hole on the side of the block here.
That'll happen.
There's a first for everything. Anyway, that might be the craziest looking wound channel I have ever seen. Let's try that one more time. So maybe I don't need the prayers, but my bungee cord definitely does.
You'd think body armor would have gotten better as bullets have gotten better.
You thought about it, USOB. And that was a much better shot placement. I didn't realize I needed to aim down here to hit in the center of the block, so something is definitely going on.
Harder to make it viable?
Is
I would imagine.
Freaking massive hole. That might be a thumb hole right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
10 millimeter
anyway, let's
truther.
check out that absolutely, or what I think is an absolute, yep, abso-freaking-lutely insane wound channel. Well, I guess that there are like 7 wound channels because it sheared off all these brass pieces everywhere, and let's see how deep that one penetrated.
Reached the limit of gunpowder? I'm surprised it hadn't happened earlier.
I just realized that the wad landed right here. Pretty impressive. But
don't worry, we'll start developing plasma-based weaponry sooner or later.
The deeper it went. Jeez.
And then we'll really start solving some problems.
About 3 inches.
10 millimeter is the perfect caliber.
Here,
it's at least top 3 at the very least.
13 and a quarter. 13 and a quarter, that is it. I mean, not great penetration, but a freaking crazy wound channel. Seems like the Reaper has pretty solid backup if he can actually hit what he's aiming at, but when it gets to be just too many people...
You know that green post, the green text post of the guy that's like shooting himself with really like shitty low caliber bullets and trying to build up an immunity to gunfire? And then that guy stopped posting after a while. I wonder why.
Like the Kraken. You know what time it is? Time to release the Kraken.
Yeah, that'll rattle your fucking skeleton.
Well, at least that one was more where I was aiming. It hit a little bit to the right here, but let's check out that pinky. Oh, that might be slightly worse than that RIP round. Let me see if I can get my... Oh, yeah, my thumb goes right in there. My gosh, that is a massive hole. Let's check out that wound. Oh, shit. Oh,
that is a hell of an accomplishment.
Shit, look at that wound channel. I mean, it doesn't go very deep in there. Look at where
but that is some wide boy.
Look at the freaking Kraken. My gosh, that is impressive looking. Let me grab my tape measure real quick. Guys, I just can't get over this freaking wound channel. But anyway, the deepest point on that one came in right at about 10.5 inches. Can't seem to latch. But anyway, the deepest point on the pedal, though, I guess before it pulled itself backward, was 5.5. Yeah, right about 5.5 inches. And I mean, that's about how deep I get on a good day. But when it comes to bullets, that is not good penetration.
Reasonably sized handgun that can one-shot a grizzly.
Is like nothing I have ever seen before. But it's still only...
We should all be walking around with things of this caliber, I feel. I feel like society would be a lot better if every single person was packing these.
A segmented aluminum slug with a couple of O-rings.
I think that's a Chris Titus bit from like 20 years ago.
There's also a 357 Magnum projectile in the middle.
Get out of the car! Bang!
Good enough.
Get out of the street! They stocked every Fallout vault with 10mm weaponry because it was a futuristic caliber by 1997.
But check out that freaking circle of aluminum shards.
I miss what Fallout used to be.
It's crazy looking. It almost looks like an eyeball is looking at me. Let's shove our
always
pinky in that eyeball, though. And oh yeah, I mean that's pretty decent, but not the best I've ever felt. Anyway, let's see how deep those shards went. And,
Fork, if you had control of the Fallout franchise, would you abandon the first-person game, like just in its entirety, and go back to isometric?
As the Kraken here. Let's try that again on.
If you had full 100% creative control over the Fallout IP, should first person be abandoned altogether?
That time, and the cavitation and fragmentation.
Or do you think there's some more shit you can get out of that?
The hole up front looks, oh my gosh, definitely feels to be slightly bigger than the last one, but I can't.
Is the primary issue with modern Fallout isometric spin-offs? That's what I was thinking.
Very nice cavitation, keeps going,
Get like hyper specific with them.
Looks like this time the 357 Magnum bullet actually left that one.
Turn out 1 or 2 spin-offs that are about the length of the first game
right at 2.5 inches.
In very different types of environments.
Before, but anyway, the deepest point on the aluminum base is 13 inches. The 357 Magnum projectile, we might need to get it from the side here.
What's your favorite Pop-Tart? Probably the s'mores one, I think.
18 inches.
I'll admit, I've never done like a solid taste test for every single type of Pop-Tart. It's also not something I frequently eat. It's like a once-in-a-blue moon thing.
Yes, every time I pick one up. Dude, are you freaking nuts? I wasn't being serious. Neither was I.
The timeline the PS1 Fallout game came out.
Our number 6 spot is the bubblegum slug sent over by Hickory Flatboard.
I don't think much would have been different if it had.
Pretty much exactly what it sounds like. A piece of double bubble.
Like you might have gotten
mini gumballs. But I definitely wouldn't eat these gumballs because they're actually.
You probably would have gotten at least another game for the consoles after that, but I don't think anything would have been dramatically different. Troika was bidding on Fallout after Bloodlines was released. Fuck, that would have been a better time. My Jesus Christ.
Anyway, I don't think that the bubblegum made it, completely intact by the time it hit the block, but it looks like a pretty decent-sized portion hit the block.
Just a bug coming to investigate the wound.
That guy is just hanging
Been stricken from the books to support the Bethesda save Fallout narrative.
Oh, not the
I hate that narrative so fucking much.
Oh my gosh. Well, at least that one wasn't that bad. The other ones, so, pretty tightly patterned, I guess. They keep going, and there's one.
Keeps eating fork-holding public execution of Fallout TV.
About 15.5 inches, so pretty close to normal buckshot. So you definitely would not like to with that one. Now, why you would use it for self-defense, I have no idea.
It's okay, we'll get rid of them. We'll get rid of them all one day.
The packaging wasn't labeled, so I don't know what this round is.
Then why are you wasting my time showing me?
You know what, Bam? If you're so entertaining, why don't you show us what this bullet
I'm
does?
starting to get into the camp of the Fallout show is worse than the Halo show, despite the fact that it's not technically true. Because people fucking glaze the Fallout show for reasons I am incapable of understanding.
Ticket and booked a hotel.
I guess that means I need to wipe.
Look, Mr. House is angry at the player for refusing to give him the platinum chip when he's holding it right in front of him. That means he's a loose cannon and will get pissed off at anything. Ugh.
Well, I'm here. Whoa. Where's the branding on your shirt? I thought we agreed to shill at least one of the brands we work with.
How much am I getting paid?
Well, how much do you think I'm making? Well, just get on with it. How much do you think
They're doing a Mass Effect show for non-gamers.
Better be a check for my damn time. Bam.
Mass Effect is like one of the few things I remember where, like, okay, keep in mind I've only actually played the first Mass Effect game. I distinctly remember a part of Mass Effect's universe backstory being like, when First Contact was made, we got in a war with the Turians and kicked the shit out of them. It wasn't even close. And immediately every race in the galaxy was like, okay, we need to have a talk. We need to make some peace treaty shit.
About my shooting. Kinda sounds like someone I know. Go away anyway. Let's see what happened to the plate here. There is a pretty massive dent, but I don't even see any burn marks or anything. What did he say was... Oh yeah, ballistic gel. Used ballistic gel. How typical. And is that same freaking bug on the block still? Waste of my damn time.
Mass Effect is the most accessible game ever. It's the most accessible RPG ever. Anyone on Earth could pick up Mass Effect 1 and understand it.
Look at all that stuff he has to clean up later. Wasting my
What would a
time.
non-gamer version look like?
Anyway,
Non-gamer version of Mass Effect for a TV show means they're gonna strip away anything that people liked about it. They're gonna make humanity look like the bad guys. They're gonna say that the Asari are non-binary or something stupid like that. They're gonna say that the Reapers are actually the good guys.
Anyway, where did we end up? Let's see here. Holy shite balls.
The latest Star Trek show with Mass Effect, that too.
Served right out the block. Waste of my damn time. There, you happy? Can I resume my toilet duty again? Fine, go resume your toilet duties.
Great, finally back at last. Wait, there are more videos for me to watch.
Informational. Next. Tactical Gear Stories, the Rambo knife, the Hollywood lie that changed an entire industry.
In 1982, a new hero was born.
Goddamn right. First Blood fucks.
Haunted by his past.
More sci-fi willing to have humanity being completely capable out of the gate. It really should happen more often.
Become as famous as he was. This is the story of that tool.
If you side with the Reapers, everyone
story
fucking
of a
dies.
Hollywood lie
Yeah,
that
that's
accidentally changed an entire industry.
That's exactly
and
what
the
should
world
happen
at
if you
large.
choose to do something that's stupid.
America in the early 1980s was grappling with a crisis of confidence. The wounds of Vietnam were still fresh.
AI voice, hear it a lot.
The
Yeah, it
country
pops
felt
up a lot.
vulnerable. And into this cultural landscape walked John
Like those
Rambo.
videos of every such and such
perfect fantasy
explained
for the era.
that are exactly the same and
A
have
man
the
who had
exact
been failed
same
by
voice
institutions.
from
He
wildly
possessed a
different
set of
channels.
skills that made him completely self-reliant. He was a Green Beret, a master of survival. And when society rejected him, he could retreat into the wild and thrive.
Yeah,
And the
life
key to
was
that
rough after
self-reliance, the
Vietnam
symbol
for
of his
everyone that came
independence
back.
was the knife on his belt. On screen, the knife was a character of its own. It possessed what seemed like superpowers.
It always pissed
When
me
Rambo
off that
was lost, its pommel
he
contained a
got
compass to guide him.
in trouble with the
When he was
law enough
grievously
just
wounded,
for
its
carrying
hollow
around the
handle
knife when he
contained
was
a needle,
wandering
thread, and
around through the
stitch his own
fucking
flesh.
woods for God knows how many months.
When he was hunted,
Probably
it became
killing
a
wild
toolbox for
pigs
building
to eat
traps and a weapon for
because
his
he had
defense.
no fucking money
It was a
otherwise.
spear, a saw, a medical kit, and a fighting knife, all in one. For millions of people,
I feel like
watching
there's
in
a
the dark,
market
this
for a
was
Far Cry
revelation.
style game where you play
A
as
knife
Rambo.
wasn't just a simple cutting tool.
Now that I think about
It
it.
could be a hollow-handled vessel
The
containing
way
everything a
modern Far
warrior
Cry
needed to
like
survive.
works would apply really
This
well
idea
to
of this
Rambo.
fantasy was about to become a phenomenon.
Like unbelievably well.
Unlike many other
Especially if
movie
you
props
bring
that
back
became very
the
popular.
trap making stuff from the
This
first game.
cinematic legend, this phenomenon wasn't a Hollywood invention, dreamt up by a props
These are
department.
free ideas that no one's using.
It was the work of a master, the Arkansas knife maker, Jimmy Lyle. By the early 1980s, Lyle was already a giant.
Taeon
in
could
the
redeem
world of
themselves from the
custom
Rambo
knives.
game.
He was an
Taeon could
innovator,
make a really good
a
Rambo
knife
game. They could make a
maker's
good
knife
Punisher
maker,
game.
known for
I
his
would
clean
like them to
designs
make an
and the invention of
AVP
the
game.
Lyle
That's like the
lock.
top of the list for me.
One of
from
the
them.
earliest and strongest folding knife locks.
Forcing 18-year-olds
When
to
the
fight
producers
in a
of First
country
Blood
they never
needed a
heard
unique
of
and
before
unforgettable
doesn't lead to
knife,
victory.
They sought out the best. And Jimmy Lyle was definitely
We could have
one
won
of the
that
best.
shit, by the way.
So he was
It would have been
commissioned
real
create
easy
a
to
new
do.
kind of survival knife.
Like,
that would
no,
go well with the
Just,
Rambo
yeah, fuck
character
it.
and the
No,
plot
just
of the
come back.
movie.
No, you're not allowed to do any of that. Come
He
back.
designed a large, formidable clip-point Bowie with an aggressive hand-ground sawback. And at Sylvester Stallone's personal request, he engineered the now
You know, we
famous
talked about it
waterproof
after
hollow
I
handle with a
finished
compass in the cap.
I think the
The
RoboCop
originals made for
DLC.
the film and the handful of high-quality
AVP is my preferred thing that Taeon could do.
They were handmade.
The only
expensive,
reason
and
it's
built
the
to
first is
highest
because I
possible
would have
standard.
loved if they
With
had
a
made a
robust
Die Hard
tan
game, but
design
like
that
the
could
state
withstand
Bruce Willis is
serious
in right
abuse.
now, just it wouldn't be
They were
right
the
to make
real deal.
a Die Hard game
But the
without
market
him.
didn't want the real deal. It wanted the fantasy. And an entire industry rose up to sell it.
Alzheimer's is fucking awful.
After the massive success of the sequel in 1985, the world wanted to be Rambo so bad. The lone warrior, the one-man army. And every kid, every aspiring survivalist, and every weekend
The
warrior in
TLDR
America
version of this
needed
is
the one
Rambo
tool
knife
that
sucks
made
because it
all
doesn't have a
possible.
full tang and
The
snaps if
knife.
you try to pry anything.
And an entire industry rose up to sell them. The
Yeah,
fantasy.
probably. It's
Legions of
almost like
factories, both
film
in the US
is
and overseas,
our own
began
modern
churning out
mythology or
millions of
something.
survival knives that
Because
were,
we
in
think things
reality,
are cool.
Rambo knife clones.
Because they
You couldn't
should
escape
be
them.
cool.
They were sold in mail order catalogs, on late night television, in army surplus stores, and at every flea market and gun show in the country. To walk into one of these places in 1986 was to be confronted by a wall of black-handled, saw-backed blades.
I do own
Each
one of these, by the
promising
way.
ultimate survival
I think it's in
for
my
the
closet
low
somewhere.
price of $29.95.
The hilt
These
is
clones
hollow.
weren't concerned with the quality of
Like
Jimmy Lyle's
the
original.
pommel on it
They
is a
focused
compass,
only
and
on
you
the
can
two most
unscrew the
visible,
pommel, and
marketable,
there's like
and
space
easily
to keep
copied
matches and
features.
shit inside the
First,
hilt.
the aggressive sawback, and second, the feature that defined the entire genre, the hollow handle.
Yeah, that.
This single feature became the defining characteristic of a survival knife in the public mind. It was the ultimate selling point. It was the heart of the fantasy. And as an entire generation of buyers would soon discover,
I think the blade
it was
on
a
mine is like
catastrophic
ludicrously
and often
long.
dangerous lie. Let's start with that saw. It looked intimidating, but on these cheap copies, the teeth were often poorly designed and stamped out of soft steel, making them functionally useless for sawing anything tougher than a hot dog. A real saw has alternating, offset teeth to create a channel wider than the blade, preventing it from binding
Purchased a
the wood.
grand bayonet knife.
The saws on these clones
Chat, have I ever
always
shown you my sword
symmetrical
collection?
row of jagged points.
Like,
They
I would
weren't
have to
designed cut
fish
wood.
them all
They were
out,
designed
and
to
there's a
look like
lot
they
of them.
could. But this was a minor flaw.
The
compared
first
to
sword
big
I ever
one.
got is
The
broken
very
now,
feature that
because
made
it was
a
always just like a
survival kit,
cheap thing, but...
the hollow handle. A strong, reliable fixed blade knife.
It's like
is
a
built with what's
longsword.
called a full tang.
Where, like, the
This means the blade.
what do you call it? Where the hilt,
contiguous,
the cross
solid
guard
piece
meets
of
the
steel.
blade? That
The
thing's
handle
like a
scales are
dragon
simply
mouth.
slabs of material
And it's like
bolted to
bronze
the
green.
sides.
It looked
When you
nice
chop
back
a
when it
pie
was
with a full
like,
tang
you know,
knife,
functionally
the stress from the impact is
acceptable to
distributed across
hold.
that entire
And then it just started
unbroken
falling
piece of
apart
steel.
at one point.
There are no
I do still
weak
have it though. It has
points. The blade
sentimental
and the
value
handle
at
are a
that point.
single unified structure. This is the
Had a
gold
lot of
standard for
katanas.
strength.
A lot.
The hollow handle knife throws that principle out the window. The
I have a
handle must be
dagger,
separate,
straight dagger.
hollow
I have the
tip.
survival knife. I
This
have
means the blade has to
a
terminate in a
cutlass,
short,
I believe it is.
thin stub of metal that is then either welded or threaded
Meaning a
into the handle.
Kershaw Lucha butterfly
All
when
the strength of
carrying
a
a
solid piece of
common
steel is
usage
gone,
blade.
replaced by a
Probably the
single
best option.
tiny point of connection. Imagine a hammer where the heavy
I have a
steel head wasn't forged as part
few
of the
hidden
handle,
ones. I have a cane
but was
sword.
just loosely screwed onto the end of a thin
The cane
wooden
sword's
stick.
nice.
That is the principle of the hollow handle knife. When you
I
apply
have
stress to this
a
design,
medallion
all of
that
force
has
is
a knife
concentrated
in
on
it.
that one minuscule point.
It's like a tiny little like
It is
punch
the
knife
weakest possible
that you're
way
supposed to
construct a
hold
knife.
between your fingers when you do the punch
And
with.
what did you get
But
in
there's nothing
exchange
to
for this
actually
fatal
protect your
weakness?
hand when you would actually
tiny
logically
plastic
punch
tube
something,
with
so your
two
hand would
matches
just
that
slip
would
in
be
as soon
wet,
as you make
a
contact.
single fishing hook, and 10 feet of line. It was a survival kit that was only useful if the greatest
Granddad's
threat you
metal
faced
bat that
was
he
a
covered in
very
tape.
small, very hungry fish.
That was a good option. I would
So,
like
was
to
it
get
all
a
just
proper
lie?
longsword at some point.
In many ways, yes.
Like something that's
The market
well
was
made.
flooded with millions of unreliable knives. An entire generation of buyers were taught a fundamentally
I
flawed
have
design
Yamato.
principle.
I have a Yamato.
For every one high-quality original made by Jimmy Lyle, there were 100,000 cheap imitations ready to fail.
Hell
at the
yeah, there
exact
was.
moment their owner would need them most. But the story doesn't end there. The Rambo knife, for better or for worse, created the modern survival knife market. Before First Blood, the concept was a niche idea. After the movie, everyone wanted one. It was a gateway drug that single-handedly ignited a passion for knives in millions of people. More importantly, the fantasy was so powerful and the clones so terrible that it created a vacuum in the market for real survival knives. Serious knife
It really
companies saw
should.
an opportunity. Brands like SOG, Cold Steel, and K-Bar began to aggressively market their own robust, survival-oriented designs, and they used the Rambo knife's primary weakness as their greatest strength. They put the words full tang construction on the front of their packaging, turning a technical term into a powerful marketing slogan that educated an entire generation of consumers. The Rambo knife forced the industry to have a conversation about strength and reliability. It was a Hollywood prop that became a real-world phenomenon, a flawed design that inspired an entire industry. It was a lie that, by forcing the experts to prove it wrong, accidentally made everything better. It remains
Feasible
one
with
of the
only the
most
unscrewable
influential
pommel
and
thing, but
most
not fully
complicated
hollow
knives
handle.
ever made. But the most important legacy is personal.
Having a
Did you own
compass
one of these
just
knives
built
back in
into the
day?
pommel
What's your Rambo knife
is...
story? Let us know in the comments.
It's a fine idea, but it also, like, puts the reliability of just having the pommel as an option for hitting something out. Because you don't want to break your fucking compass. Like the idea of Ganondorf-style swords crushing over slicing. There's an actual term for that. I forget what it's called. Fuck, what was it? I knew it was a... I know it has a name. This is gonna bother me. I have to check on this. Hang on. Hang on. Swords designed for crushing. Name. No. Classifications. Terminology. No. None of this shit is applicable to what I'm thinking of. No, I'm getting nothing out of this. Fuck. Huh. Well, Chathany, that was some fun slop for this month, wasn't it? That was nice and informative. Huh. Mike Stoklasa will end up in prison one day for the crimes that he commits and the murder of Rich Evans. It's over already? It's been like 2 hours, 40 minutes, hasn't it? If you pick poorly, you're being banned. The Oakshot typology chart and make everyone pick their own. Okay, hang on. Oakshot. Typology. Hang on, there's a few different variations of the image. I think this one is... No, that's transparent. I don't need that. Hang on. Let's go with this one. Let's go with this image as the one to use for this. Hang on. This is actually important things that were happening right now. Hang on. Where's an image thing I can get rid of? Do I even have one here? I don't think I do. Hang on. No, here. This works. Hang on. All right, chat, then pick. Make a choice. You gotta make a choice right now. What is your preference? Type 14 is the sensible pick. But I am the only Type 22 truther on Earth, so I am locking in. I can see where you're coming from. It's pretty nice. It is pretty nice. I really like, just out of aesthetics, I really like, what is that, 17? 17. Bottom row on the third. As far as aesthetics go, I like that. The fact that it doesn't have an indent in the center means it'd probably be better for thrusting. (16A). 16A. Ah! It's not terrible. Heard of a game called The Surge? The Surge was like one of the first attempts at another company making a Souls game, right? Like, the first other attempt was Lords of the Fallen, and I think The Surge was the second. (20A) is the Messar, right? My eyes are glazing over. It's a nice one. It's alright. It's not bad. Look at the point. I'm looking at the point. Yeah, it does that thing. Chat, how do you feel about a longsword design where the hilt guard is, like, absurdly long? Not a poker or a zoner. Gotta get up in the nitty-gritty of it all. Like, a broadsword or a gladius is nice. It has a lot of power behind it. If you've got long arms, if you've got particularly long arms, then a broadsword or a gladius is probably the best option for you. You get a lot of force you can get behind a swing on one of those things. Messar showing up more in fantasy instead of scimitars or katanas. I like a good saber myself. Like, I talk about it a lot, I know. There's a specific German cavalry saber that I always liked that I can never remember the fucking name of. Like, to save my life. Hang on. I remember it specifically because there was a mod for Fallout 4, like, years ago that I, like, fell in love with. I think this is it. Hang on. I think this is it. Let me make another image thing for this. Bible falchions enjoyed a brief renaissance and then fell back into oddity status. Ori. Yeah, that's me. Crushing-based blades are called cleavers, ironically. Is that where that whole thing comes from? This is it. This is what I'm talking about, by the way. I love this fucking thing. I adore this thing. I like it a lot. This is like my favorite. I love it so much. It's fantastic. Ugh. Chat, who on God's earth is swinging around 11, by the way? Since we're here anyway. Look at 11, top row, number 3. Who on Christ's earth is swinging that thing around with the size of that grip? Thief. Look at how short the hilt is compared to the blade. You're not getting any leverage on that thing. You'd have to hap-sword it. Locking in for 17B. 17B, 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 17B. Guide, every time we do this. 17B is pretty nice. It is pretty nice. They built it wrong on purpose as a joke. 17B is pretty nice. You get a lot of leverage with a hilt that size. I always prefer single-bladed over double-bladed. You like the single-sided edge? Also, 19 here. You see 19? Bottom left, bottom row, 5th from the right. 14's not great. I can't fucking speak. 19 is not great either. With the size of the blade compared to the hilt. You're not getting much leverage on that thing. Like, it's still better than 11, but Christ. Also, 15A, the top row on the far right. With how thin the blade gets towards the end compared to the length of the thing, that thing is gonna break, like, right away. One-handed grip longsword is demented. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Like, 15A, you may as well just thin the blade out completely and just make it a fucking thrusting sword. Why is 13A so thin handle-wise? That is an excellent question. It's like a stick. It's really thin, now that I'm looking at it. This has been a very informative stream, you know that? We've talked about a wide variety of topics. Well, I suppose you may as well cut a rug and get on out of here, then. I suppose. Huh. Switching back, and I'm gonna have to reposition myself again, aren't I? Hang on. I'm gonna have to do the thing, and then I'm gonna have to do it in, like, full time here. Hang on. There we go. That's rightly positioned, I think. Thank you, kids, for coming by the stream. I appreciate it. If you want to know when streams are going to be, or what we're going to be doing on any given day, scroll down just a little bit. Hit the link, follow me on Twitter. Twitch is down there. Stream there also. Give that a follow if you like. Patreon's down there. A little bit of support goes a long way help. You can get your name in the credits along with the right now. And thank you. Should be back on Monday for, I don't know, I'll probably poll it in the Discord if I had to say. Thanks, though. I will see everyone in the next one. You take care now, kids. Goodbye.